What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to this Europa League final watch-along. Manchester United taking on Villarreal to win the trophy. I think, United in the Champions League next year, they don't have to worry about that side of it. Villarreal, I don't believe they've ever won a major tournament before. I think they've won maybe a couple of domestic cups, but there you go. I don't know. I'm just waffling here, folks. You know me. But yeah, how are we all? Brian, who else we got in the chat? Proud to be a Geordie. Nice to see you in, mate. Obi Nothing. I think that's how I pronounce it. Callum, nice to see you all. Zach, how are you, dude? Nice to see you all. Here we have, it's great, a few games before the season ends tonight, and we've got the Champions League final on Saturday as well. Any excuse to watch football, ladies and gents, you know me. How are you, dude? How are you? Irish Crawlers, lovely to see you in as well. Babatunde, how are you, man? Alex United, score prediction. 2-0 or 3-1 to Manchester United is my prediction, dude. I've actually backed Bruno to score, and I've backed Cavani to score in my couple of bets for the game. Mohammed, how are you, dude? Nice to see you. Liz, always a pleasure as always. I hope you're well. Thank you guys for coming in and joining me. United are, of course, they're going to play a strong side, Zach. It's a final. It's, we all mock the Europa League and all, but when you get to a final of a competition, whether it be the Europa League, the League Cup, whatever, you got to take it seriously. Silverware is silverware, and it's a big opportunity for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to get his first trophy as Manchester United manager. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, you'd have to make United fairly strong favourites to go on and win the game. They certainly are a better side. What else we got? Mohammed, I think I've said hi to you. Anthony, nice to see you, mate. Amazing. Jonathan, how are you? Joy, Bobby as well. Gameplay, Irish Crawlers, Luke, lovely to see all you guys popping in. Max, how are you, dude? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. How are we all, by the way? Again, this watch along tonight, ladies and gents, is of course being brought to you with thanks to the good folks over at the One Football app. If you haven't downloaded the One Football app, there is a link pinned to the top of the live chat right now. You guys know it's the best app there is out there. We'll be doing one football specific news videos over an Anfield agenda as well over the course of the summer. So make sure you download it from the link at the top of the chat. It is of course completely free, and it is the best footballing app out there. Everything you need for the summer. The Euros, transfer gossip, they've got you covered. You know that at this point, folks. I'm the dude who says love from Viper Sport. Babatunde, nice one. Always lovely to get somebody coming in like that with some nice comments made from another channel. I'm good, thank you, Thomas and Luke and those asking. I'm all good. It's been a while since I've been on this channel though, so I'm looking forward to it. Prediction for me, who's asking there? Hemasankar, I think is how I pronounce that. 2-0 or 3-1 to Manchester United is my prediction for this one. Luke, how are you, man? Nice to see you. John said Bruno masterclass incoming. Look, I can't see that other than United win, mate. They're certainly a better side, and I think it could be a relatively straightforward night's work if they start off quickly. The worst thing you want to do, the worst thing that can happen in a final is concede early. So, both sides will be looking to steady themselves into the game. Somalia's in the house. Salim, how are you, dude? David Newell, lovely to see you. Roberto, always a pleasure, my man. Who do I hope to win? Hey, mate, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I've got I don't mind. Whoever wins, wins. I'm gonna do what I always do. Just call the game down the middle, have a bit of fun, and, may the best team win. I think it'll be United, but I think you are that one friend who makes your day. Thank you, mate. That's very kind indeed. Alex, how are you, man? Welcome in. Mohammed, Craig, do you think Liverpool will sign? Who do I think they'll sign this summer? Look, we know Canade's happening. That's going to be done in the next 2 or 3 days, maybe even a little bit sooner. The next thing is what happens in the midfield area for Liverpool. But, this isn't a Liverpool stream, so I don't want to go into it too much. But I have a sneaky, and I'm not basing this off any knowledge or inside information, so please don't say I'm saying this is going to happen. But I have a feeling there's serious interest there. I don't believe the Tielemans stuff personally, because I don't think we'll pay what it would take to get him out of Leicester. What is the Conference League? It's a third-tier European competition, Liz, that's going to be played next season, that will see clubs finishing 7th in the Premier League and lower down in some other leagues or higher up in some other leagues, basically getting a chance to play European football. This season, the first English club taking part in it will be Spurs, and it will have a kick-off time, I think, of same times as the Europa League, I think 6 p.m. or 5:45 p.m. and 8:05 if my memory's right. But it's just basically another competition to give some clubs that aren't used to European football an opportunity to play some European football. What have we got? Glad you changed your mind, mate. Would have been missed a lot. Thank you. Really appreciate that, Thomas. It wasn't really me, mate, so much as it was a family decision, which is always at the heart of everything I try and do. What League of Ireland team do I follow? Shelburne, Alex. Shelburne. I hope Gravenberch from Ajax comes to Liverpool. I don't think that he will, but he's a very good player, mate. I think it's a little bit too early, maybe another year. Who do you think, or do you think West Ham want too much for Rice? I've no idea how much they want, mate. Liverpool aren't in the conversation for Declan Rice, so I wouldn't have been paying too much attention to it. I've no idea what the fee they're asking for is. Grealish or Foden? It's a difficult one, that. I think Foden will go on to be a better player than Jack Grealish, but I don't know what the question is. Is it to Liverpool, for England? I don't know, but they're both great players. 100% staying Ishmael, yes. 100% I'll be here for the season ahead. Favourite non-Liverpool player ever? Diego Maradona. And then, of course, Lionel Messi after that. Mason Mount or Phil Foden? Phil Foden for me. Again, though, they're both class players. I'm not going to sit here and say Mason Mount isn't a quality footballer. He absolutely is. And, the options that Gareth Southgate has for England this summer are pretty good. It's actually probably such a shame he's more of a defensive-minded manager. Do you fancy England to win the Euros? I never fancy England to win any tournament, mate, because I always find it weird, right? England go to a tournament and they always have a good squad. This year they have a fantastic squad. But the media are always trying to find a way to undermine their own country, and it baffles me as to why it happens. I don't think Gareth Southgate will win anything as England manager, but I think that the players are good enough to go and win the Euros. I just don't think Gareth Southgate's decision making will be what does it, but they definitely have the players that they can make a valid shout that they should win the Euros. Ronaldinho's a good shout as well, Brian. He was just filth. Pure filth. That goal against Chelsea, man. Never, ever will any of us forget that goal that he scored for Barca against Chelsea with the outside of the foot. Shay, how are you, my man? Lovely to see you in. Says flicking between here and the United stand. Pleasure to have you in, man. And look, of course, you'll be dropping in. Tell Mark I said hello if you jump into his chat. I'm not happy to see Trent in the England team because I'm from Croatia. I get where you're coming from. I mean, I'm happy for Trent because, it looked like he was. Now, I know that he will still whittle down that squad to 26, but at least Trent is in the conversation at this moment in time. No, Newlands never on this channel, Luke, my man. Never on this one. Last 4 times United have played Villarreal, they've all been 0-0 draws. Well, hopefully, John, that will change tonight. We don't want a 0-0 game, do we? We want this game to be sorted out, and we want a few goals in it as well. Chris, lovely to see you in. Kate, a pleasure as always. Mark, thank you very much for coming in. Mustafa, proud to be a Geordie. And Mac, how are you? Can 5 English teams qualify for the Champions League? No, not at the minute, mate. The only way that would have been possible was if, let's say, United or Chelsea or Manchester City had finished outside the top 4 and they won the Europa League or the Champions League. But as things stand, no, there's just the 4. United are in regardless of what happens tonight, and Chelsea are in because they finished 4th in the league. Manchester City are in, of course, because they won the league. So, no, just 4 at this moment in time. The match, Liz, for me, is on BT Sport. That's what I'm watching it on. Can I sing a song? No, man. I'm under the weather, so there'll be no singing. Good vids. Thank you, Salim. Much appreciated, my man. It's on YouTube BT channel. There you go. There you go, my man. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Don't they have to do that? You're right, dude. Yeah, good shout, that. Thank you for the heads up. Why are United fans laughing at us for almost getting to the Europa when they're in it? Look, mate, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? How can they laugh at us for finishing 5 points behind them in our worst season in a while? So, I don't know. It was a shock to me and many other people as well that we got back into the Champions League. But, it's important to remember a couple of things. If they try and banter us, fair enough. Shit happens, but with all due respect, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way, United are in the Europa League final because they got kicked out of the Champions League group stage. But, it's still a competition, still a trophy to win. I don't mean it to be condescending or anything. Do you know who Villarreal are starting? Yeah, I'll take you through the starting 11s now. 1 second, let me just bring the image up on screen. Again, being brought to you with thanks to the guys at the OneFootball app. So, Villarreal have got Rulli in goal, then Foyth, Albiol, Torres and Pedraza. Then it's Trigueros, Parejo, Capue and Pino Santos. Then Baca and Moreno up front. Then Manchester United have gone with David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Boy, Lindelof, Shaw, McTominay, Pogba, Greenwood, Fernandes, Rashford and Edinson Cavani. That's the starting 11 for both sides. Thank you, Shadow Man. You're really kind. Thank you, dude. That's how banter is. It's fickle and just really fun. I don't get into it too much, to be honest with you. I try to just focus on Liverpool stuff. Usually when I do try and banter people anyway, it comes back to bite me in the arse. So I've learned to try and keep my mouth shut a little bit. Shane is very nervous. Always the way, man, before European final. I mean, yeah, it's always the way. I'm sure I'd be the same if Liverpool were playing tonight. I'd love a Villarreal win. I love a good underdog story, said Roberto. I just can't see how Villarreal will win this game unless they throw a bit of caution to the wind. You know, if they start fast, get out of the traps, get themselves an early goal, perhaps. But, you know, if United score first, I just don't see a way that Villarreal will get back into it. But, look, that's the joy of football, isn't it? Let's wait and see what unfolds. Again, ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder that this watch-along has been brought to you with thanks to the good folks at the OneFootball app. There is a link at the top of the live chat right now that'll take you to download the OneFootball app from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, whichever is your preference. And again, it is entirely free. And OneFootball's got you covered for everything this summer. They've got you covered for the Euros, for transfer gossip. They'll give you the fixtures when they're announced as well, and they cover all the major European leagues. So make sure to give it a little download if you can. It lets them know that we sent you their way. Glad you stayed, mate. Keep it up. Thank you, Mustafa. Much appreciated, dude. What have we got? I think we'll concede first yet again, said Zach. Could do, man. I don't know. Look, put it this way. Last time we were in the Europa League final, we scored first and lost the game. Danny Sturridge scored an absolute belter for Liverpool and we went on to lose it. So, I just get the feeling it'll be a fairly straightforward night for United tonight. I could be wrong, but I can see Villarreal getting beaten 2-0 or 3-1. Just subbed, Craig. Thank you, mate. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Pleasure to see you in. We are just about to tick over to, 22,700 on here, which is really good. Thank you very much. If you are new, please do hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to drop a like on the video as well. What have we got? Who's Connor? I don't know who... you're talking to Crosby. Crosby's in the chat. Jesus, look at him. Coming in here with his own account and all. Mr. Connor Crosby. Really do think it's necessary to pick up this trophy for United. My silver play button came today, actually. My own personal one. Connor has the original one that came to Anfield Agenda, so I had to order a second one. And I have it here in my YouTube box. Oh, wrong way. There you go. My YouTube silver play button arrived. Where are you? Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she only bleeding gorgeous? Mwah! Yes, very happy that arrived today. Woo! Anfield Agenda hitting 100k. You love to see it. Let me put this away. Let's get Mundo Sporter to 100k. Maybe, dude. Maybe in a year or so. You never know. Thank you, Cave. Much appreciated. Bruno will show up tonight, Jay. I'm fair. Where are you hanging it up? I don't know what to do with it yet, mate. I've got I ordered a silver letter as well, so you get a letter from YouTube, and I ordered a silver version of it. I might get it framed up. I don't know what to do with it, to be honest. Would you rather always play a Premier League final or a Champions League final? How can you play a Premier League final? I'm a bit confused by the question, Steve. Thank you. Super Charlie plays. Would I like to see Florian Neuhaus at Liverpool? I've never watched them too much. Well, I've seen little clips of him, but I won't lie, I haven't watched Florian Neuhaus. I'm all aboard the Basuma train, if I'm being honest. Craig, you do know your quality. I'm just a normal dude, Andy. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm just a normal lad, and I don't know why people watch, but I'm very, very happy they do. Will I ever invite Viper Sport? Viper Sport's been on. Viper Sport's been on this channel. Who am I supporting in this? I don't support anybody when I cover these games, mate. I just call it straight down the middle and try and give a fair and balanced view of what's going on the pitch. But look, the teams are walking out now, and Gdansk onto the pitch for the final, I should say. Again, I'll take you through the starting 11 for both sides before we get underway. This has, of course, been brought to you again with thanks to the good folks of the OneFootball app. There is a link at the top of our live chat right there now for you to download it. Right, Rudy in goal, Foyth at right back, Albiol, Torres and Pedraza make up the back five for Villarreal. Then it's Trigueros, Parejo, Capoue, Pino Santos, Baca and Moreno. For Manchester United, it's David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Lindelof and Shaw. Then in midfield, Paul Pogba and Scott McTominay. Up front, Greenwood, Fernandes, Rashford and Edinson Cavani. They are the starting 11 tonight, ladies and gents. Would I want Aouar at Liverpool? I wouldn't say no. Salim, I wouldn't say no. I think Kane will go to PSG. I think he'll go to Manchester City myself, mate. I just don't see PSG appealing to Kane. Now, if that's his only option, maybe if Daniel Levy says, I'm not selling you to a Premier League club, then you could be right, but let's wait and see what happens. Do I know Mr. Paddy Murphy? I know of Paddy Murphy, but I don't know him personally. We've had some interactions with him, but I don't know the guy. Thoughts on Pau Torres? I like him as a centre-back. I've said this before, Ibrahim, on streams. He can be a little bit lightweight, but to me, I like Pau Torres. I think somebody in the Premier League should definitely take a punt on him, but I get a feeling he'll probably end up moving to one of the bigger Spanish teams. Score prediction, says Khaled. 2-0 or 3-1 to United. If United lose, will Ollie get the sack? No, I doubt it, mate. I don't know. I would say no. But, again, I'm not the font of all things Manchester United. Maybe that's a Goldbridge question. He may end up staying at Tottenham Cave, but I seriously doubt it. But look, he is in a position where he's got 3 years left on his contract there, so Daniel Levy does have a bit of an ace up his sleeve there because Kane signed a 6-year contract 3 years ago. Gethin's going 2-1 to Villarreal. The Canada deal will be confirmed. I would say, mate, what day are we today? Wednesday. I would suggest before the weekend. Who'll be next to VVD, Gomez or Canada? That I can't say, buddy. I mean, Kloppo will look at pre-season and go from there. But look, we're here today for the Europa League final, ladies and gents, and the teams are now out on the pitch in Gdansk. It's great to see fans back inside the stadium. Okay, it's not full capacity, but still, it'll be great for those players to be playing out there in front of a live audience again, rather than the empty stadiums that we've all become used to, unfortunately, over the last year. So I'm sure the players are excited. I know Premier League players did, of course, play a couple of games in front of players towards the end of the season, or in front of fans, I should say, excuse me. But yeah, it looks nice, looks good, pitch looks decent. United to win 2-1, Villa to score first. I'm thinking 2-0 or 3-1, as I said, to United. That's my guess. Trav, how are you, mate? Says, I'm a United fan. I'm nervous. I'm not actually confident about this. It's always good to gauge a rival final fans' opinion. I can see it being a straightforward night, mate, for you guys. I've seen Villarreal in Spain play games against the big boys and do really well, but usually it's because the big boys haven't shown up. If United get started tonight and get going and play, I just can't see anything outside of United win. They have a better team, let's be honest about it. No, Harry Maguire is of course a loss for United at the back, but they're full of internationals, they're full of quality. But Villarreal are no mugs either, and you don't get to a final by being shit, so fair play to them as well. Up front they've got Moreno, they've got Baca, so let's wait and see what happens. I'm all good, thank you, Rob, and I hope you are as well. I'm all good. Dara, always a pleasure, and as Dara says, please do like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. It only takes a second, but it means the world to little old me. Did I bet on anyone? I bet on a couple of goal scorers, mate. I won't say how much, but a not insignificant amount of money on Bruno Fernandes to score, and I also put a not insignificant amount of money on Edinson Cavani to score. Elevator Kids going 1-1 Villarreal on Penos. No Chukwuezi's definitely a bit of a miss Cave for Villarreal, 100%. And as you said, no Maguire for United, the same. What have we got? Is it MT He or Mathi? I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce that one, dude. How are y'all? I hope that you're well. Jersey boy, nice to see you in as always. You did the same bet as me. There you go, Jersey boy. I hope you shopped around, mate. I always shop around for my betting odds and stuff. You have a nice soul, man. Thank you, Baba Tunde. Appreciate that. I'm a normal dude, man. Do you know what I mean? I said it before, I'll say it again. I've no airs and graces. I'm just a football fan like everyone else. Andy, nice to see you win. He's gone for a 2-1 Villarreal win. Right, I need to get the clock ready, ladies and gents. We're about to get underway here. I'll take you through the game as always. We'll have a little bit of fun, some alternative match commentary. And again, don't forget to download the OneFootball app from the link pinned to the top of the live chat right now. You've got everything. You've got all the videos you need. You've got your transfer content. I would say league tables, but sure, the leagues are over. You've got everything you need ahead of the Euros as well. So please do make sure to download it and let the guys know we sent you. Right, we're underway. Here we go. Europa League Final 2021. United launch the ball out left hand side. And it goes straight out of play. It'll be a throw into Villarreal. OneFootball is class, lads. It is the best football app that I've ever used anyway. Thank you, Dylan. Very nice of you. Loving the Adidas top. It's definitely not leather, mate. I promise you that. Shane said he's kissing my daughter. Well, she's inside having her dinner, mate. So best of luck to you on that one. You'll get a mouthful of garlic because she's having some garlic. Plus, mate, you wouldn't be able for my daughter. She'd snap you in half. See, I'm not going to bite on your nonsense. You want to come in and talk about my family, mate? Go ahead. I'm not biting on it anymore. I'm just going to sit here, count the pound notes, mate, and stick 2 fingers up at you cunts and just laugh. Right, anyway. We are underway, as I said. Villarreal free kick. United thought they were in there, but the referee brings it back for a free kick. Peanut Lord, how are you, man? Dave, always lovely as well to see you in. Where do I think Conte will go? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be excited to see Conte or Allegri come to my club if I was an English football fan. I just think it's the wrong style of football to excite English fans. It's I think one of them will end up at Madrid, but we'll wait and see. Villarreal switched the ball across left hand side. Oh, our Wan-Bissaka's quite far upfield there, isn't he? Now he's out of position. Villarreal have a chance if they move it into the left channel. They're too slow and Manchester United get back into position. Villarreal now inside the United half right hand side. The yellow submarine. Sharp passing there from Villarreal. But United stick a foot in, but Villarreal win it back and they give it straight to Mason Greenwood. Bruno Fernandes now. Got Rashford with him left side if he needs him. Fernandes plays the ball up the line, ricochets off a couple of players and comes back to Villarreal. Luke Shaw has it now for United. What a season he's had, by the way. I said it all throughout the season. Luke Shaw really has had a fantastic year at Manchester United this season, and I worried when, well, how would I worry, but you know what I mean. I worried for him when they went out and signed Alex Telles, but, you know, Shaw has shown so far that he's the better defender. Lindelof now, out left hand side to Shaw. Rashford, back to Luke Shaw. Lamborghini fan, how are you, mate? Welcome in. Eric Bailly now. Ball roll back to Lindelof. Lindelof switches the ball out left side, overhits it, maybe a little bit too much adrenaline going through that body, and goes out for a Villarreal throw in, sails over the head of Marcus Rashford. I've no idea, Dylan, who'll win the Euros. It's a real difficult one to pick. I would never bet on the winner of a tournament like that because there's so many good teams in it. It's going to be a cracking tournament. Have I ever played Forza? Yes, my son has it for his Xbox. I think he's got 3 of the Forza games. You're talking Forza Motorsport here, yeah? If that's the case, then yes. Mason Greenwood now, right hand side for Manchester United, rolls the ball back to Eric Bailly. Pogba's there if he needs him. Lindelof carries it forward into Marcus Rashford. Shaw goes on the overlap. Back to Lindelof. Bailly trying to draw Villarreal onto them. Bailly steps forward but then decides to go out left hand side to Victor Lindelof. Paul Pogba. Pogba now switches the play from left to right. It's a nice crossfield ball. Well controlled by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Mason Greenwood now. Pogba. Luke Shaw. Derek, how are you, man? Nice to see you in. Thank you for joining us, buddy. I hope you're well. Lindelof. Give us your thoughts, by the way, folks, on the game. Give me your score predictions. I said 2-0 or 3-1 to United. You love it, mate. Yeah, it's a good game. They're good games for us. I like them as well. Shaw. Rashford. One of the few types of computer games I will play, to be fair. Switch the cross now. Aaron Wan-Bissaka to Cavani. Cavani goes back to McTominay. McTominay now rolls the ball across to Lindelof. Lindelof on the edge of the Villarreal box goes out left side to Shaw. Shaw puts in an early cross. Cavani's run was timed well, but good defending there as Villarreal usher the ball behind for a goal kick. Right, so what have we got? What are the predictions? Super Charlie plays gone 2-1 to United. Thomas has gone 2-2 Villarreal on Penos. Babatunde, no, you're just saying, is Connor here? I think he's around somewhere, man. 3-1 to Villarreal, says Everett. Do I think Pogba's any good? Yes, I do, but I think he can be better, if that makes sense. But yes, of course, he's a good player. I just think, if I'm United, I'd rather he moved on if I was a United fan. Jersey boys gone 3-1 to United. 1-0 to Villarreal, says Emmett. What else we got? 2-1, said Cedric to United, unfortunately. Good to see you as well, John. I hope you're well. Jens is going for a big 5-0 to United. That's optimistic, my man. Have I played United penalty bingo yet? Not yet, Mick, but I was very close to putting a bet on a penalty in the game, mate. I just didn't want to tempt fate. Shaw. Ball down the channel. Cavani gives chase. Pau Torres. He makes a mistake and allows Rashford to pull the ball back now. McTominay drags his shot wide. Tried to pick out the far post. Dragged it wide. It goes behind for Villarreal. Goal kick. John's going for a 2-0 prediction to United. VIP and ex-girl play Roblox is going for 2-0 to Villarreal. And Edric Boxon's going a mighty 8-1. That would be one entertaining evening, dude, if that was the case. Elevator Kid thinks it's going to be 1-1. Your top transfer target for Liverpool. I'm here to do the Europa League, mate, not to talk about Liverpool transfers. So I won't be going around the 5 top European leagues picking a transfer right now. Maybe a half time. Villarreal in possession. Tackle comes in from Aaron Wan-Bissaka and it goes out for a Villarreal throw in left hand side. Have I ever been to a Liverpool match? Yes, loads. I've been to loads and loads and loads. I've been to 2 Champions League finals, Luke. I've been to Anfield somewhere, I would guess, between 30 and 50 times. Maybe more, I don't know. But yeah, of course, I've been to loads, mate. It doesn't take, it's not, getting tickets is getting harder, of course, but it's not that difficult to travel over. It's only a 40-minute flight. Dave Smith's gone 2-1 to Villarreal. Reginald, he's gone for 2-0. Love you too, mate. Thank you. Rashford now. He's tackled on the edge of the box. Goes down. Referee says nothing doing. Villarreal player then trips over the ball. I think Pogba's stopped play because the Villarreal player apparently is injured here. Yeah, referee waves on as well. There must be something. Fair play to Pogba there. Showing some compassion for his fellow pro. Getting the referee's attention, and the medical team are straight onto the pitch. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Is the chair real? Yeah, it is real. I know people keep thinking it's fake, but it's real. Look, it's definitely real. It's my pride and joy. I love it. It's made by a company called Serendipity Furniture in the UK. Who do I think will win the Champions League? I don't know, Dylan. I'm so far away, mate, from thinking about the Champions League at the minute. Oh, you mean on Saturday? Sorry, man. My head's up my arse. I was thinking next season. I think it's a coin toss, Dylan. I think you probably make Manchester City favourites, but Chelsea have shown twice recently that they're capable of beating them. Yeah, I always tap on the chair. Mark's right. I always tap on the chair when people ask, is it real? Looks like the stretchers had to come on here, unfortunately, for the Villarreal player who went down after bashing into Pogba. It was completely accidental, but it's looking like that could be the end of his night already, 9 minutes into this one. Thank you, Jamal. Really appreciate that, my man. Thank you. Dylan thinks 2-1 to United tonight. You're a Liverpool fan through and through, but Cavani is some player. Proof that experience counts. He's definitely added a little bit, George. No doubt about it. Since he's come in there, and yeah, he has proven quality, as you said. And I'm a Liverpool fan myself through and through, buddy, but I would agree with you. Do I think Liverpool are going to win the league next season? So I think we'll be closer than we were this season, but you know, I'm not arrogant enough to believe that we'll go and win it because Van Dijk and that's back. It's going to be difficult. City are going to strengthen, Chelsea are going to strengthen, United are going to strengthen. What I do think is, I think the top four will be boxed off next season. I don't think, you know, Leicester will do. Samar, I think, is going to come into their club, do some decent business, but I still think it'll be more clear cut the top four next season. It is being played in Poland, mate. Yeah, in Gdansk. Ball back again with Pau Torres now. Pressure comes on from Greenwood. He goes back to his keeper, who slices his clearance. Aaron Wan-Bissaka goes up for the header, drops a Villarreal player, and Pau Torres side foots it. It's all a little bit messy here at the minute. McTominay has it now. He gives it to Paul Pogba. Pogba tries an outside of the blue pass. Nice ball to Mason Greenwood, right hand side of the penalty area. Greenwood tries a low cross. It's intercepted by Villarreal and it goes out for Manchester United corner, right hand side. Yeah, it is the Ice Cream Goomy. The Ice Cream has the Weeknd's tune as his music. Yes, it is the Ice Cream Man. It's a very strange song, but yeah, it is. Let's see if United can work anything from this corner. I do, Scotty. Yeah, I think they'll win. I think they'll win by a couple of goals. Rashford, back to Fernandes. Fernandes dinks the ball in towards Pogba. He manages to keep it in play. I think the offside flag is up though. It'll be a free kick to Villarreal. Oh man, imagine Mbappe to Liverpool. Imagine. Oh mate, there wouldn't be. Yeah, that'd be some stream if that happens. Trust me. Thank you, Babatunde. Favourite accent. I like the Northern Irish accent. I like the Welsh accent. So, any of those. So would I, Dylan. I'd absolutely love to see him in a Liverpool shirt. Don't forget, folks, if you're new, please do hit the subscribe button. Villarreal free kick here at the edge of their own box. I think that player is going to be able to continue fight, which is good news. Is that the same fight? Is that the same fight Justin fight, is it, that used to be at Spurs? I don't feel like I have the right or the information to comment on the Hillsborough trial today, Adzer. It's not my place to speak about it, mate. I'm disappointed, like everybody else, for the families, mate. But other than that, it's not really my place to speak about it. Oh, one fight, yes. Excuse me, Richandy, you're spot on. Argentinian, isn't he? I think, wasn't he signed under Pochettino? Throw into United left hand side, Luke Shaw to take it. I think Liverpool will finish higher than third next season, Elevator Kid. I think it'll be us that'll be fighting it out with Manchester City, with Chelsea in third at a guess and United fourth. That's my early guess before any transfer business is done. If Mbappe comes, you got to get drunk on a stream. I think I've had one bottle of beer in the last 4 years, maybe. I could do something in a stream, but it wouldn't be getting drunk. I'd be intoxicated in a different way, perhaps. Yes, Scotty. I think Liverpool will sign 3 players this summer, mate. Right, free kick to Villarreal again. Switch the cross left hand side. We're yet to really see either goalkeeper work so far in the game. Free kick to Villarreal here. Fell by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Left hand side. Can we afford Mbappe? Nope. We can't, Scotty, no. That doesn't stop us dreaming though, buddy. By the way, if you're to listen to our owners, mate, we can't afford anybody. That's always the case, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Villarreal now. Cross in. It's blocked. I'm not sure if it's gone for a corner or a throw in, but it's a Villarreal ball. I think it's a corner. That's the plan. Ethic boxing. That's the plan. It is a corner to Villarreal. Favourite Liverpool legend. Robbie Fowler. Ball into the box. To the far post. Villarreal. Ooh. Couldn't quite keep it under control. There was stretching at the far post. There was a ball across deep to the far post. Player came in trying to catch on the volley with his right foot. Was stretching and it sails high and wide. What do I think of the Ronaldo transfer situation? I don't think. He's 35, he's finished. I don't know why anybody would want to sign Cristiano Ronaldo now. Amazing career, amazing player, but he's going on 36 years of age. And from what I've seen of him at Juventus this season, there's a lot of standing around with his hands on his hips, moaning at people. Shaw wins it back for United, goes up the line to Cavani. Cavani with his back to goal, he's fouled. Referee thought about playing advantage, but eventually blows the whistle because United weren't in possession. It's a free kick to Manchester United. Am I Messi or Ronaldo? Everybody in the world should be Messi because the correct answer was Messi. Lionel Messi is an infinitely better footballer than Cristiano Ronaldo. If you're looking at his God-given ability and gift, to me it's a clear choice. They're both amazing, both the best players of our generation, but it's got to be Messi. I'm not too bad, Hamza. I hope you're well. 17 minutes almost on the clock here in Gdansk, still scoreless. Dog next door is out, barking as always. Dylan, I don't know off the top of my head, mate, when the first game is. I think it's around the 12th, but I could be wrong. Shaw. He's intercepted. Villarreal back in possession, but with their own back to goal. They work it through the lines well to Bacca. Bacca shoved off the ball. Referee says play on. Boyd gives it across left hand side to Luke Shaw. To Rashford. Back to Paul Pogba. Pogba now tries a little scoopy dink into the left channel. It makes its way to Marcus Rashford. After a Villarreal player had thrown their leg at it and missed. But Villarreal back in possession now. You don't, idiot. Trying back heels in the Europa League final inside his own fucking half. Out wide left. And how did the ref not give a free kick there to Cavani? Cavani was brought down. Should have been a Manchester United free kick, but the referee allows it to go on. Pogba's won it back though for United. Gives it to Luke Shaw. Shaw down the line to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes tries the ball into the box. Comes off Pau Torres and keeper comes out and grabs it. Nobody's really on top, mate. It's been a bit broken so far, the game. Turkey versus Italy on the 11th. There you go. That's the first game. Thank you, folks. McTominay now for United. Bring the ball across from right to left. Rolls it out to to Luke Shaw. Rashford now. Back to Shaw. It's all very compact in there. Lindelof. Fernandes, little triangle here from United. Pogba. Again, little 1-2 with Luke Shaw. United trying to draw Villarreal onto them, but they're being very compact. You can see the tree banks now that they have there. Greenwood. Boy goes out right hand side to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Greenwood. Ball ricochets out to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Puts a cross in. It's headed away. Drops to Shaw. Shaw fires a low ball across. I tell you what. I'm surprised Fernandes didn't get his foot on the end of that. Luke Shaw picks up the ball right on the edge of the 18-yard box. Fires a low cross across the 6-yard box. And I thought that Bruno Fernandes was going to get a foot on that, but it seemed to just go past him and goes behind for a goal kick. Yeah, oh, he should have scored. The more I look at that, the more I think he should have made a connection on that. The referee now blows up for a free kick to Villarreal, about 10 yards inside the United half right hand side. Paul Pogba's down holding his left knee. He hasn't been picked for the England squad yet, Dylan, for the Euros. He's been picked for the extended squad. Gareth Southgate's still going to drop some players, mate, but it's good for him that he's there. I mean, I'm delighted that he is in the squad so far. Villarreal go deep to the far post. Flick off a United player. I think it was Eric Bailly. Will go behind for a Villarreal corner. Thank you, Ice Cold Tammy. Much appreciated. Yes, Bruno is playing. Oh, he's had a great season, base, face and space. I absolutely agree with you. He's had a very good season. 21 minutes on the clock in Gdansk. Still Villarreal 0, Manchester United 0 in the Europa League final. Another corner here to Villarreal, again on the same left-hand side. Favourite Welsh player? Ooh, difficult one. Rush. Gotta be Rush. Ball in. Headed away. Villarreal, edge of the box, strike, deflection. It'll go behind for another corner, this time right-hand side. Rush and then probably Dean Saunders. I don't really think we've much of a hope to get Mbappe, Luke, but we can dream, buddy. We can definitely dream. Right, corner to Villarreal, this time on the right-hand side. I won't be supporting anybody for the Euros. I'll just be watching it and commentating on the games. Right, corner to Villarreal, here we go. Delivery. Ball in, it's shocking. Doesn't even beat Bruno Fernandes, the first man. United hook it away. Villarreal play the ball back in deep. Boy gets ahead on it. It's up in the air. Hooked away by Rashford, but wasn't a great clearance. Bacca now has it left side of the penalty area. Rabone across from him. Ooh, and a header over the bar. That was an inventive bit of play there by Carlos Bacca to put a cross in. Bit of a Rabona there on the byline. For me, I'd like Brentford to go up by Sunday. I'd love to see Brentford go up, especially after their shiny new stadium. Craig's a secret England supporter, really. I'm not. But, you know, I'm not also anti anybody. I just enjoy watching good football. Pogba, ball across right hand side. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, ball into Greenwood. Greenwood, that's a nice ball looking for Cavani. I don't know what Cavani was trying to do there. It seems like he was trying to pick out Rashford, but he either should have taken it first time or brought it under control and had a strike. I don't know why he was trying to look for Rashford there. It was the more difficult of the three options he had. I think he should have had a crack. Speaking of having a crack, there's a shot from distance, but it's straight into the arms of the Villarreal keeper. Isn't Goldbridge Irish? No, he did live in Ireland for a time, but he isn't Irish. When will you do Premier League predictions? No idea, Jamal. Haven't thought that far ahead, my man. Who do I want to win Saturday night? Chelsea. I don't want Manchester City ever winning the Champions League. Almost at 25 minutes, still scoreless here in Gdansk. I say here like I'm actually in Gdansk and not in my living room, but you get what I'm saying. Lindelof now. Left side for United. Back to Shaw. Shaw to Pogba. Pogba switches play across right hand side to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Fernandes to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Ball in. Again, I think that should have been a free kick, but referee allows play to go on. Even the referee looked puzzled at his own decision making. Who's the biggest team in England? What way do you want to answer that? Trophy wise, it's Liverpool. I don't know, but I think United are probably the biggest English club in the world, to be honest with you, if you're talking about fan base around the world. Certainly when it comes to monetary terms, they bring in the most. McTominay. Ball across to Lindelof. Be doing watch-alongs of every England game, Jersey Boy, as part of the agreement we have with Boyle Sports. Ball switched across right-hand side. Aaron Wan-Bissaka does well, brings it down on his chest. Gives the ball back to Scott McTominay. Pogba. Ball into the box, too close to the goalkeeper, who Bruno Fernandes somehow manages to run into. Just show us the damn match. Are you that tick, Francis, that you don't realise, mate, that the damn match is on BT Sports YouTube channel? So rather than coming in and trolling you little gobshite, how about you actually do a bit of fucking research and you'll realise that the match is available free to air, you gobshite. Fucking coming in trolling me, you fucking idiot. Do your research, mate. Spend less time having a pop at us and more time doing a bit of fucking research, and you'll find out the game's on television or on YouTube free. But then again, I wouldn't expect your dumb ass to know that. Jens, do you want me to reply to your question with who has the most Champions Leagues in England, mate? Oh, I'm not 5, Jens. I don't get into this. My dad's bigger than your dad nonsense. McTominay. Ball across left hand side to Shaw. Michael, how are you, man? Cal the Dragon or Allison? Me. Me is the answer. I'm the best keeper of that trio. Intercepted by Pogba, but Villarreal still in possession. They give it away though to Lindelof, who goes back to De Gea. De Gea rolls the ball out right hand side to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. How do you know I can't do a backflip, Jugs? You just assume because I'm a big chunky motherfucker that I can't do a backflip. How do you know I wouldn't? How do you know I wasn't a former Olympian, mate? A former gymnast? I wasn't. I definitely wasn't. But you don't know that for a fact. Free kick to Villarreal here. Referee having a little chat with Edinson Cavani. Lee, come on. Nobody believes you're not bothered about the Champions League, mate. Nobody believes it. I mean, fair enough. You won the FA Cup and that's great. And you should celebrate that. Rightly so. It's a great achievement for your club and I was delighted you did it. But you're not fooling anybody, mate, when you didn't win Champions League football. Let's be fair. You bottled it. You just bottled it again. Second year in a row. You were, I think, 10 points clear of us at one point. And it's 1-0 to Villarreal. It is 1-0 to Villarreal, ladies and gentlemen. Just as I was giving Lee Chappie a bit of ribbon there, Villarreal go up and score, and it is 1-0 in the Europa League final. There you go, Lee. You're United's bad luck charm now, Lee. Everybody blame Lee Chappie. It's all Lee Chappie's fault. Sorry, Lee. 1-0 to Villarreal anyway. I will, of course, talk you through the goal. it looked a bit scruffy, but it is 1-0 to Villarreal. So it was a free kick played into the box, all onside, nothing wrong with that on the replay. Ball goes across far side. It was a little bit of a tug on his shirt as well, but I tell you what, Moreno did so well. Gerard Moreno with the goal. Lindelof was tugging at his shirt, but Moreno got away from him. I tell you, that's a controlled finish under the pressure he was under there from Lindelof. And it's 1-0 to Villarreal. They've obviously been working on the El set piece routines. David De Gea was a little bit lost there, couldn't quite get across to it, and it's 1-0. Definitely going to stand. 1-0. Game on here. This should open it up a little bit. At least from United's perspective. I mean, Villarreal have a goal now. I hope it doesn't get into an attack versus defence game. I honestly felt Feasley. I really did, because as Brian said, like most days in the Champions League places from all the English clubs over 2 seasons, you know, you just deserve to be in there. And with Chelsea doing what they did, I was disappointed that you didn't get in. I mean, I would have, in an ideal world, I would have liked you to have got in and Chelsea then to beat Manchester City and get in that way. But I am delighted you just won the FA Cup, though. You deserve it. Your fan base deserves it. Your owners deserve it. It was a nice little story this season. Villarreal 1-0 up. Let me know how Goldbridge is. Somebody said they're going across the Goldbridge. Let me know if he's angry about that. It wasn't great defending from United's perspective. Lindelof seemed to be more concerned about grabbing a hold of Moreno's shirt than he was about actually marking him, which allowed him to get away, and it was a good controlled finish to make it 1-0. Where will Gini go? Barcelona. I think Chikwueze's injured, if my memory is correct, mate, but I don't know, is he on the bench? He's definitely not in the starting 11, obviously. Let me have a little look for you. No, he's not on the bench. Injured. Bye. Ball across to Lindelof. It is what football is about, Lee. I agree with you to some extent, mate, but as a club, with you guys wanting to push on and build on the good work that you've already done as a club, Champions League money and attraction would certainly help in bringing in some players to take you on to the next level. But I get where you're coming from around the trophy. It is all about trophies as well, but, you know, to build on the success you've had, I think Champions League football would have really helped. Pogba, out left-hand side to Shaw. Lindelof, by Aaron Wan-Bissaka to Bruno Fernandes. Again, he tries a deep cross. It's headed away by Villarreal, and then they hook the second ball away. Baka loses out in the air, falls to Bay. Aaron Wan-Bissaka cuts inside now. Tries the ball into the channel to Greenwood, but he overhits it and it goes out for a Villarreal throw-in. 33 minutes on the clock. Originally I am from Dublin, mate, but I don't live there anymore. Pedralza takes the throw in. Villarreal play the ball back across their own penalty area and eventually just launch it long. Shaw nods it down looking for Paul Pogba, who has to retreat a little bit backwards, but he picks up the ball. Pogba has it now left side for United. Into Fernandes. Back to Lindelof. I don't blame Mark for being annoyed over the sloppy defending, mate. It was sloppy defending, he's damn right. Lindelof completely lost his man. As I said, he seemed more intent on trying to grab him by the shirt than he did actually following his run. By Lindelof to Fernandes, back to Lindelof. Shaw looking for Fernandes again, but it's intercepted by Villarreal. Free kick. Just over 10 minutes to go here in the first half. There will be a little bit of stoppage time for the injury to the Villarreal player. I'm doing good, thank you, John. I hope you are as well. Nice to see you in, my man. I hope you're having a nice week. Ball's up in the air. Lindelof heads it down. Can Shaw keep it in? Nope. It'll go out right hand side for Villarreal. Throw in. 10 minutes to go. How are you, Dylan? Good evening. McTominay. Greenwood out left hand side. Shaw now carries the forward for United. Breaks to Pogba. Ball's headed away. McTominay has it now. He gives it out right hand side to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Cross into the box. Headed away by Villarreal. They win the second ball as well. They tried to play it out down the left channel, but that's good work. Good tracking back by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Cavani, nice little ball through to Scott McTominay, who bursts into the penalty area. McTominay tries a cross. He isn't able to get his foot around it, and it goes behind. McTominay's gone down holding his left foot. I don't know what happened, to be honest. I actually didn't see really anything happen there. Let's have a look at the replay and see if there was that in it. Haven't shown us a replay yet, so I've got no. Here we go. So McTominay breaks into the penalty area, puts in a cross. I don't know what happened there. Nobody went near him unless he fell awkwardly. I don't know. Villarreal now have the ball right hand side, but again some loose play. Rashford has it left hand channel now for Manchester United. Cuts into the penalty area. Again tries a little flick through. Villarreal get a foot in it and hook it away. It'll be coming straight back at them though as it goes all the way through to David De Gea. You made a new song and I want me to react to it on a stream. You probably don't want me to react to it on a stream, mate, because I'm very blunt, and if I think it's shit, I'll tell you it's shit. Now, if it's great, I'll tell you it's great. But then again, I am a boomer, so you probably don't want my taste in music. Don't forget, folks, if you are new, please do take a second, hit the subscribe button, drop a like on the video. We are, 8 minutes or so away from half-time here in Gdansk. Villarreal with the lead. Gerard Moreno scoring from, it was a free kick played into the box, and he got away from Lindelof and managed to squeeze it in past David De Gea. Boy now carries the ball forward right hand side for United. McTominay. Pogba. It's a weird game, this. There seems to be no real... It's a proper final type game, isn't it? Just real, no one taking chances and very congested, and there's no flow to the game. It's just has the feel of a final to it, alright, in the fact that there's not much of a rhythm to the game. Am I in Gdansk? I wish I was, man. No, I'm sitting in my sitting room in Wexford. Little 1-2 with Shaw. Cross in. Villarreal get the first head on it. It drops to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, edge of the penalty area. He just about manages to keep possession under pressure. Gives it back to Pogba. Again, out to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He plays a little pass infield to Paul Pogba. There's space on the left side if United move it quickly. Lindelof goes out to Shaw. Rashford. Thought that went behind for a corner, but the referee said the whole ball didn't cross the line. United have it back though. Shaw to Pogba. Into Rashford. Reverse pass looking for Cavani. Cavani, again, he tried to square it back to Rashford and couldn't pick out his man, and Villarreal looked to play it out. It was a good high press though from United, and Villarreal managed to work it out right hand side. Ball back to the Villarreal keeper. Touch and it's launched forward. Pogba wins the header. And Villarreal win the second ball. Can't quite keep it in play though. It'll go out for Manchester United. Throw in about 10 yards inside their own half left hand side. Would Tuchel be considered in the top 5 managers in the world if he wins the Champions League final? I don't know. I wouldn't rank him in the top 5 managers in the world, but that's just me. But you know, it's I suppose these things are open to interpretation, aren't they? I'm good, thank you, GD77. I hope you are as well. Villarreal now with Bacca in possession. He works it out right hand side. Again, United's press has been quite good, but it's when they've won back possession they haven't really been able to move the ball quick enough. Pogba looking for a bit of space in behind. United win the second ball, work it out right hand side. Fernandes gives chase. Fernandes gets there, wins the corner. Oh, actually they say it's a goal kick. I didn't see the second deflection, but there must have been because the linesman points for a goal kick. Let's have a look. The linesman was spot on. It did hit Bruno Fernandes' knee. The linesman got that spot on. I didn't see it in real time, but thankfully the linesman did, and it's a goal kick to Villarreal. Jonas, I'm very good, my man. I hope you are as well. Mr. EC, how are you? Love from a Chelsea fan in County Clare. Good luck on Saturday, mate. It's a massive night. The Intertoto Cup, Paul. God, we're going back a while there, mate, aren't we? We're both showing our age. Intertoto Cup. Couple of old farts like us, mate. I don't even know how old you are, but if you remember the Intertoto Cup, you must be of a decent vintage. So United have had 63% possession in the game so far, but as always, it's about what you do with the ball, and they haven't really worked the keeper anywhere near enough. Who do I think will win the Euros? I think it's a really open competition. France, Portugal, England, outsiders maybe Italy. It's going to be a really interesting tournament. Can I be shout out my daughter's name, Aria? Now I don't know, Mark, if this is going to land me in a whole lot of you got baited stuff, but of course I can say hello to Aria. I hope she's well. But yeah, as always when I say these things, it's imminently followed by you got baited for something I don't understand. But there you go. Pogba. Gerard Moreno scored, mate. Who do I think will take over as manager for Spurs? Nobody seems to want the gig at this moment. I've seen even Klinsmann throwing his name in the hat earlier on. It's I haven't got a clue, but I wouldn't want the job if I was a manager right now. Yes, I'll be covering all the England games, Scotty, and a few more as well. Shaw, 2 minutes plus additional time to go in the first half. Pogba. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Back to Scott McTominay. Greenwood. Villarreal have it back with a chance to counter-attack now if they can get bodies forward. They're working into the right channel. They're not really busting a gut to get up there and support them, are they? Christ almighty. Nobody wants to get into the United penalty area. Look at this. Goal kick to United. Nobody. That showed you there how happy they are to have one goal. Nobody was breaking with them for fear of getting turned over and conceding the counter-attack. So that to me sums up this entire game for Villarreal now. Not one person broke into the box there to support them, so it's clear that Emery has got his goal now. Oh! The ball had hit Luke Shaw's hand there, but it did pop up off his knee, so I don't think that's anything to be concerned about. We're back on the way anyway, so it definitely isn't. Greenwood to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Ball in. Fernandes can't bring it under control, and Villarreal hook the ball away left hand side. It'll be coming straight. They can't hold on to the ball because they're not trying to commit anybody forward whatsoever. They've got to tweak this Villarreal second half. They're just going to be hoping they can defend deep for the rest of the game. Look at that now. They've turned it over and nobody. They've just given it straight back to United. They've got no out ball. Rashford cuts in. That's good work by Rashford. Pulls it across and it's cleared. It was a shocking ball in the end, to be fair. Great work in the build-up, but the final ball wasn't great and Villarreal clear it. We're about to find out how much additional time we'll have at the end of the first half. 2 minutes. 2 minutes of additional time. McTominay. Fernandes. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Greenwood now. He's going to have a run. Gets into the penalty area. Ball across. Oh, almost an own goal. It goes off Albiol and straight into the keeper's arms. I think it hit him in the crown jewels, mind, but it was a good ball across. It was good work from Mason Greenwood. Direct running. Has the defender on toast. Goes past him down right hand side. Gets to the line. Pulls it across. Albiol defended well, but that ricochet could have gone anywhere. Yep, the defo hits him in the crown jewels and then goes into the goalkeeper, who's happy to see the ball just trickle into his hands. Albiol still feeling the effects there of that one. We've had 1 minute of the 2 additional minutes added on in the first half. It looks like we'll be going in a half time with Villarreal having a 1-goal lead. They definitely do need half time, Kieran, I agree. They need to tweak their game plan a little bit because right now they're just inviting pressure from United. And it's a big gamble to say that you'll defend deep for an entire 45 minutes. Corner to Villarreal here to finish off the first half. 20 seconds to go. Moreno plays the ball out off by, I think it was, for the corner left hand side. Right, this will be the last bit of action in the first half. Let's see if they can work at and from this. Ball in. Headed away, and referee puts the whistle to his lips, blows up. It is half time in Gdansk. Villarreal 1, Manchester United 0, half time here in the Europa League final. Big 45 minutes to go, second half. And look, ladies and gents, while it is half time, why not take a second, go to the link at the top of our live chat or in the description of the stream and download the all new OneFootball app. Get yourself ready for the summer. You've got your Euros covered, you've got the Champions League covered on Saturday, you've got everything you need with regards to transfers, video content. We'll be keeping you up to date as well with all the latest gossip. So make sure you download the OneFootball app. The link lets them know that we sent you, and of course the app is, as always, entirely free. It's the best football app out there. You know it, I know it. I think my wife knows it, but she'll know it later on. If she doesn't know it now, she'll download it as well. Make sure you download it, folks. It lets them know that we sent you, and it is entirely free. We wouldn't be able to do these watch-alongs without the support of OneFootball, so thank you to the guys at OneFootball as always for their continued support of football fan content. I've seen the comments in the chat about Real Madrid, but I mean, I can't say anything because I've no confirmation of it, and so sorry, I don't want to talk about it when I don't know what the situation is. Ronan, how are you, man? Nice to see you in. How are you, Brian Longer? Nice to see you as well. Villarreal defended very well. There was a couple of chances for United. Yeah, they did get in a few times, but all in all, I think you're right. Villarreal have done what they needed to do, but I don't think that they'll survive a second half defending that deep. No problem, Mark. My pleasure. How do I see the second half going, said James. Defence versus attack, I think, mate. Villarreal, I mean, I think it spoke volumes there where they committed no bodies forward when they were on the counter-attack. Player burst into the penalty area, right-hand side, nobody there with them. So I can see it being United pushing, whether they get the breakthrough or not. I suppose it could be down to a moment of brilliance, or it could be they mightn't get it. We'll wait and see. Do I think if Ruben Diaz wins the Champions League and the Euros, he'll get the Ballon d'Or? I've got no belief that them feckers will ever give a defender the Ballon d'Or, mate, anymore, because I was convinced Van Dijk should have had it a few years ago, and yeah, you're right. I think Diaz should be in the conversation if they do that as well. And I don't think that a lot of defenders get the recognition for awards like that they probably should get. Will the Canada deal be confirmed next week? I don't even know if it'll take that long, Goomy, to be honest with you, mate. I think it could be done in the coming days. Would I take Basuma, Brandit, Daka and Canada? I don't know. Are you talking about Yuli and Brandt, Adam? I don't know if you are or not, but I take Basuma, yes. Daka, I think, is going to go to Leipzig from Salzburg with his manager who's making the step up. And Canada, that's going to happen yet. GD77 said, you predicted that United would win 2-1. Greenwood double. Maybe the second half will be the turning point. I agree, Cave. Lewandowski absolutely should have had the Ballon d'Or this year. The fact they cancelled it, I feel like he was screwed out of that award. Sorry, Brian, I was reading your comment there and trying not to laugh. Sabitzer, his name has been linked with Liverpool, but I think it's more being linked by his agent, to be honest with you. From what I've read and people I've spoken to, I'm not aware of any serious interest from Liverpool in Marcel Sabitzer, but he's certainly been linked from his side. What do I think the score will be? Kind of bangs of a game that might go to extra time, to be honest with you, but the old cliche comes into play here, I suppose. The next goal is a big one. What are my thoughts on Mbappe? I'm dreaming, mate, like everybody else. I'm dreaming that he comes. I just hope he doesn't sign on at PSG again, because this whole idea of him signing on and moving next summer doesn't make any sense to me, because he can move on next summer for free, get an ungodly amount of money and a heck of a signing on fee, so we'll wait and see what happens. Do I think Ollie's job comes into question if United don't win this match? Not really for me to say. I've seen no indications that it might come into question. But, I've long since said, and I'll say it again, I don't think he's anywhere near good enough to be managing a club the size of Manchester United. His credentials just aren't there, and I think it was a yes man appointment from United. But it's not really my place to say. I'm a Liverpool fan. Wijnaldum is leaving, yes, he's gone to Barcelona. Do I think this has potential of going to penalties? It's tough to say. I mean, it's a guess either way, but if it goes to extra time, I've got a feeling that United will sneak it in extra time, actually. Who do I think will win the playoffs? From what I've seen, it probably should be Brentford, but Cooper's a very good coach, the Swansea coach. Did very well at underage level with England when he was coaching, and has done very good at Swansea. So, you can't write them out, but you'd have to make Brentford favourites. I'm not leaving the channel, mate. I've cleared that up over the last few days. I'm staying on both channels. My missus, I spoke with my missus about it the other day, and she said to carry on, so I will carry on. Lampard to manage Spurs, hopefully, because it would be the most Spursy appointment ever. Get in, you're staying. I am, yes. And as I said earlier on as well, this beauty arrived for me today, which is my YouTube silver play button. Connor got his one a while back, but my one only arrived today because we have to order a second one. You get one free from YouTube and then you can order additional ones, and my baby arrived today. There she is, Anfield Agenda's 100k YouTube silver play button. Whoop whoop. Very proud moment. I don't gloat about a lot of stuff, but I have to say I'm extremely proud of that one. I ordered this extra as well. It's a silver, where is it? It's a silver version of the leather you get from YouTube as well, which is, yeah, pretty nice. That'll be on in a frame. That's my kid's inheritance. It's all they're getting. You're going to McDonald's, get us a McFlurry, mate, will you? I'm glad I found Anfield Agenda and won this border back in February. Thank you, dude. I'm glad you did as well. I am very proud, Kate. It's nice. It's nice to have these little things. But it's everyone's award, as I said. It's the whole of Anfield Agendas. All of us together got there. But I'm fucking keeping it. Don't forget, folks, second half coming up. Download the OneFootball app. There is a link pinned to the top of the live chat. And as always, you can see from this little video here as well what you get with OneFootball. You get all the latest news and gossip, video content, league tables, transfer news, everything that you need ahead of the Euros, the Champions League final, and a really busy summer period as well. So make sure you download the app. It's entirely free. You can do it with the link in the chat or in the description. It'll bring you directly to whatever Google Play Store, Apple App Store, whichever one that you're using. Thank you, Adam. I'm a normal lad, but appreciate it. Would I take Basuma? Absolutely, yeah, 100%. I think he's the ideal replacement for Genie. You've been here since 150 followers. That is nuts, Blakely. Thank you. This page has only been on the go, mate, since December, really. But I think you mean Anfield Agenda. Yeah, that's flying up so far. It's mad. Oh, I've got Hawaii in the house. Nice one, Norm. Thank you very much. Norm Peterson's bar still. A bit of a Cheers reference there. I am old enough to remember that. Thoughts on Conte leaving and being linked to Spurs? If I was a Spurs fan, I would be cautiously optimistic because Conte is a good manager, no doubt about it. But if you want Spurs to play an attacking brand of football, you're not getting that with Antonio Conte. Something now. You did say something now, so I said it. Michael, you've got about 20 seconds to stop being a little twat, mate, before you get booted out of the chat. He did win the league. I said he's a very good manager. I just wouldn't want to watch his particular brand of football. It's just not up my street. He won the league, as you said, with Chelsea in his first year. He's won Serie A with Inter Milan, and he's a very good manager. But Spurs fans like to play football in a specific way, and it wouldn't be the Antonio Conte way. Thoughts on Tielemans? Very good player, Luke, but I don't think it's realistic for Liverpool because of the amount of money that they'd ask for it. Now, I've no idea what the situation is with Youri Tielemans at Leicester City, but I know that Leicester City aren't a club who really get bullied too much in the transfer market and usually get top dollar for the players. So I think it would take more money than we'd be willing to pay. Would I sell Salah for Mbappe? For Kylian I would, but that's the only player in the world I would. Get Ollie on. How are you, lad? What have we got? And if I could get one mid for Liverpool, are we talking about for Liverpool here? I'd take Basuma, but I'd also take Houssem Aouar. Depends what the manager wants. If Kloppo wants a similar hard-working midfielder to keep the ball, move the ball, box-to-box stuff, Basuma. If he wants somebody with a bit of creativity, then you're looking at somebody like Houssem Aouar or maybe it depends, I suppose. The names that I've seen linked, Basuma's probably the most realistic, but that's just a guess. The Dancing Alien isn't on this channel, mate. It's only on Anfield Agenda. The whole point of the Dancing Alien is that his name is Nullon Voider, and it was made after so many people wanted the season that we won the league title null and voided. So null and voided, Nullon Voider. See where I'm going with it? Have I heard any names on a potential striker signing? It's probably the same ones you have, Norman. Mainly Malin. Daka from fans, but not from journalists. Malin's the one that you see most articles written about, but I honestly, of all the positions, that would be the one that I've got zippity do that on, of a striker. Like forwards, yes. Strikers, no, not for me that I've seen. How good is Canade? For a 21-year-old, he's very good, but I wouldn't be expecting the reincarnation of Virgil van Dijk to come through the doors. I mean, he's not the finished article, but yeah, he would be at 21. But he certainly has an extremely high ceiling, very good physical presence, decent aerially. Can be a little bit lackadaisical with his passing at times, but can also break a line and carry the ball forward. Lots of positives, but again, you're buying potential as well. It's important to remember it's 35 million euro there or thereabouts, so it's a pretty good signing as far as I'm concerned. Bamford or Watkins? If I had to pick one, Watkins of those two. I wouldn't want Patrick Bamford anywhere near Liverpool, to be honest. I don't think he's anywhere near good enough. Watkins, I like his work rate, and I like his pressing, and I like his running, and I think I could see him fitting into Liverpool, whereas I've no idea how Bamford would work. Suarez or Torres? Suarez for me, Niall. Both amazing. I mean, proud to have been able to see both wear a Liverpool shirt, but Suarez. Is Canada a done deal? Yeah. Mbappe or Haaland? I'm a sucker for a pacey wide player, mate, so I'd go with Kylian Mbappe. But look, if you had either of them come into your club, you're not going to be disappointed, are you? If it was Mbappe or Haaland. No, I don't think we'll see either at Liverpool, but, you know, yeah, I think, you know, you'd be happy with both, wouldn't you? Do I think Luis Suarez is the best striker to ever play in the Premier League? No, that's a big shout there, to be fair. He's the most skillful player I've ever seen play for Liverpool. I'll say that much, but no, I wouldn't say he's the best striker to ever play in the Premier League. Not when you see the greats over the years that have graced the Premier League, but you know, certainly somebody I've loved watching when he was at Liverpool. We're almost ready to get underway here in the second half, ladies and gentlemen. United trailing Villarreal by a goal to nil. Let's see what happens. Big 45 minutes ahead. I don't want Coutinho anywhere near Liverpool, Norm. Just my 2 cents on that one. Thoughts on the team sheet for England? I genuinely don't have many thoughts on it, mate, because I'm Irish, so I don't give much thought to the England starting 11. I don't mean that in a rude way. I'm just being sincere. Do I think letting Kabak go be a mistake? I would have kept him. I would have liked to have signed him. I would rather let Joel Matip go, to be honest. And look, it's easy me saying that as a fan, isn't it? I mean, it's a whole different thing finding a buyer, moving his wages on and stuff. But I feel like it would have been worth a punt at £18 million for Kabak. Thank you, Michael. Really appreciate that. Was the goal good? Not great. It was shocking defending from Lindelof. He seemed more concerned with grabbing onto his Moreno's shirt than he did actually marking him. You won't be seeing Suarez back at Liverpool, Bobby. He's going to stay on another season at Atletico. Oh, Torres was class as well. His first game, his goal against Chelsea. Never forget that moment. It was class. Basuma or DePaul? I would like Basuma, but I'm thinking very like for like there. But Rodrigo DePaul, I think he may end up at AC Milan, from what I've been reading. He did change agents as well recently enough to I think he's under what's his face now. That gobshite that's Mina Raiola, I think. Right, second half about to get underway. Here we go. 45 minutes to go. Villarreal in possession. Again, don't forget, folks, there is a link there if you want to download the OneFootball app. It is, of course, 100% free. Link at the top of the chat and in the description. Suarez or Zlatan? Suarez every day of the week. Zlatan's just a fucking dope in my eyes. I don't buy into the whole Zlatan fucking godlike nonsense. He's a big lump, that's all he is in my eyes. Rashford, McTominay. If Villarreal win, can you troll Goldbridge? No, he's my mate. I'll rib him a little bit with a message, but I wouldn't troll him. He's good, Zlatan, of course. I wouldn't say he's a shit footballer. He's good, but I don't get the hype around him half the time, to be fair. It could be just my bias, though. Lindelof. Rashford. Rashford tries the ball through looking for Bruno Fernandes. Ball comes back to Marcus Rashford though in his left hand channel. Tries to go around the outside but has the ball nicked off him by the Villarreal player. Foyth. He goes up the line. Good control by Bacca. United getting players back to press. Villarreal work it in field. Bacca gives the ball away. Cavani, referee brings it back though for a bit of a late challenge there on the Villarreal player. Paul Pogba has his head in his hands. I just seen an arse staring up at me. I didn't know whose it was. I thought it was Pogba's. Bacca goes down. I think did he stand on his foot? It looks like he may have caught him on the left foot. Jack Hill is the best YouTuber out there. Okie dokie. To be a YouTuber, don't you have to have a YouTube channel? And Jack's part of our channel, so there you go. But hello to Jack's ma in the chat anyway. Nice to see you. Of course, winding up. Jack's great fun. Ball across from Villarreal. Jesus. Oh, bit of a scramble in the penalty area there. I don't know what United's defenders were at there, and they are blessed to be not 2-0 down. I don't know what they were doing. Look, Cavani gives it straight back to Villarreal now, right hand side. Ball pulled back. Cross in, looking for Bacca. Boy heads it away. Villarreal win the second ball, but it breaks to Bruno Fernandes, who plays the ball out to McTominay. Pogba has it now. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I don't know what United were at there in their own penalty area. Ball goes all the way through to the Villarreal keeper though down the other end. Rooney just playing around with it, killing a few seconds. Three minutes into the second half, still 1-0 to Villarreal. They work the ball centrally. They've started quite brightly actually, in fairness to Villarreal. I was hoping they wouldn't just come and sit deep because that's just asking for trouble, but they're not overly committing, but they are getting more bodies forward here at the start of the second half. Cavani wins the ball back for United though. Plays it in looking for Fernandes. It's overhit. It goes all the way through to Pau Torres. Bacca. Cleared away by Lindelof. McTominay. Greenwood plays the ball all the way back to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who keeps it in right hand side. Shaw. Rashford cuts inside, plays the ball to Paul Pogba. That's not a great ball from Pogba, but again, Villarreal sloppy, give it straight back to United. Fernandes now. United really have not got going in this game, have they? McTominay. Ball goes out, United throw in right hand side. Aaron Wan-Bissaka takes it quickly. Ball back with Fernandes. Lindelof. Ball across, hooked away by Villarreal. Play the second ball out to Bacca now in the left channel. Taking a chance there. Villarreal in possession. Free kick. Cavani just clips the heels of the defender as he was trying to close him down. It'll be a free kick to Villarreal on the edge of their own penalty area. Villarreal aren't playing amazingly. Yeah, I agree. It's a one of those final games, I think is how I describe it. Pogba across to Lindelof. Luke Shaw to Rashford. Rashford across the Boy out wide right now to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. McTominay. Lindelof. Rashford. Lindelof. Pogba. by out right hand side again to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Tries to go around the outside, puts his foot in it, pulls it back, gives it to Mason Greenwood. Greenwood now. Fernandez back to Mason Greenwood. Villarreal get a foot in, clear it. I think there was a collision there between a couple of players. One Villarreal player, one United player, both down inside the Villarreal penalty area. I'm not sure what caused it, but I'm sure we'll see a replay. Oh, I tell you what. Greenwood looked like he had his foot kicked there. I tell you what, there could be a shout for a penalty there. The referee's having a chat with the VAR, I think. I can understand. Nope. Referee and VAR say no penalty, play on. I have to say, I can understand the shouts for a penalty there from United. It did look to me like Greenwood had his foot kicked. You know, it is open to interpretation, but to me, from what I've seen, whether it's enough for a penalty or not, it's not my say, but it looked like there was contact. I've only seen one replay of it so far, by the way, but certainly I'd have been shouting for it. Cavani. Free kick to United. Does Fernandez ever not moan? He seems like he complains 500 times a game. Would I take Karius back? Not a chance, Goomy, no. I read that wrong, Sean. I thought you said, watch United get 90 plus penalties, and I was thinking, just that's a lot, mate, for a game. I read it wrong, mate. You did, of course, say a 90 plus minute penalty. I mean, even for United, that would be a stretch, wouldn't it? 90 plus penalties. Ball into the box. Header's won by Pogba. Drops to McTominay. Deflection. I think it goes behind for Manchester United corner. It was like twitchy bum time there for Villarreal. They couldn't really challenge. There was 5 of them standing around McTominay, but nobody, of course, wanted to put a stray foot in. But it is a corner to United left hand side. Ball comes in. Headed away. Second ball, strike. It drops. Cavani sticks it into the goal. And it looks like it's 1-1. And Craig's won his bet. There you go. Cavani equalises for United. A bit of a scramble. He was first to the ball. Gets back to the halfway line. 1-1. Good bit of centre forward play there from Cavani. First one to react. That's what you want. If the ball breaks in and around the penalty area, that's why you have a fox in the box. That's why you have the likes of Netherlands and Cavani there. It was a shot initially from Marcus Rashford. It took a couple of ricochets, broke in the area, squirmed out, and Cavani wanted it more than anybody else. Got there first, put his foot on it, and steered it into the goal. Just making sure he's not off. No, not offside. Nothing wrong with that goal. Cavani with the equaliser. It's 1-1 in Gdansk. I don't know how they're still checking this with VAR, by the way. I can't see any issues with it. Obviously they're looking at something, I don't know what it is, but... Is he off? He didn't look off to me. He didn't look off in the initial ball, but look, you know, VAR will sort it out. We're still waiting for the decision. We're still waiting. Goal. 1-1. Goal confirmed. 1-1. We'll see the replay now. They'll always show the replay after the goal's been given to show you what the decision. He looked onside to me, I have to say. When the first ball came in from Rashford, it was tight, but my naked eye seemed to think he was on. And it's 1-1. Fernandes. Baka comes to challenge him. Ball goes into the right-hand channel. Wan-Bissaka pulls across to the far post. It's headed down, drops to Scott McTominay. Swing and a miss from him. Fernandes, he strikes it across. Cavani threw his foot at it. Can't get it in, and Fernandes slaps the ground in frustration. I have to say, look, I'm a Liverpool fan, and even I think, to me, he looked onside when the shot was played from Rashford. I was surprised they were even checking it that long. To me, it looked like he was definitely onside. I'm sure we'll see a replay of it anyway. Ball's up in the air. Villarreal headed back forward. Boy gets there. Ball breaks down to Rashford. He's muscled out of it by Foyth. United win the second ball though with McTominay. This seems to have, as the chat has said there, and you're spot on, I think, as Bernadette said, this will light the fuse. I think the game will catch fire now a little bit. We'll have a much better last 30 minutes or so. Oh. Good play there by Villarreal. McTominay. Villarreal have it back with Pau Torres. He goes out left hand side. Villarreal right hand channel now. I'm very intrigued to see how both sides now go into this last 30 minutes. United are the better team after the goal. It's only been a minute, Michael, but yes, I would agree. But Villarreal, in fairness to them, they've shown a bit more attacking intent now. Villarreal thought they should have had a corner. Referee points for a goal kick. Unai Emery's up now, wandering around his technical area. Francis Coquelin now, stripped off and ready to come on the halfway line. He's going to replace Carlos Bacca. Emery obviously deciding he needs to sacrifice a striker for an extra body. Coquelin on, Bacca off on the hour mark. Keep your predictions coming in. A couple of people thinking United will win this 2 or 3-1 now. Ronan thinks 2-1 to United. Ball back with the Villarreal keeper. Pressure comes on from Fernandes. Keeper does well, goes out to Albiol. Albiol now. He tries to switch across in midfield. Wan-Bissaka tries to get a leg on it, manages to deflect it, but only as far as another Villarreal player who are still in possession. A couple of people thinking 2-1 United. Quinch thinks 2-1 Villarreal. Mark thinks 2-1 United. Byron thinks a late goal for Parejo to make it 2-1 to Villarreal. Villarreal in possession now, centre of the park. We have got, 30 minutes plus additional time to go, so loads of time for a winner in this from somewhere. Again though, ladies and gents, please keep hitting that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Drop a like on the video as well. United have it now with Mason Greenwood, right hand channel. Greenwood turns the afterburners on. Greenwood forced a little bit wide as he looks for support. Ball back to Wan-Bissaka now. He goes back to Boy across to Lindelof. 8 attempts in the game so far from United, 5 from Villarreal. United have it now. With Rashford who's offside, that'll be a free kick to Villarreal. Of course you can have a shout out, Byron. How are you, my man? Nice to see you in. How great is it? I know I said it earlier on, but I know it's not a full stadium, but it's still brilliant to see fans inside the ground celebrating when both their teams score. It's just not the same, is it, football without fans inside the ground? Particularly for a big final, like. Coquelin did well there. Villarreal maintained possession. They switch it out left side where they've got a bit of space. That's a good tackle from Wan-Bissaka, but it goes out for Villarreal throw. And he had to get that tackle right, and in fairness to him, he did. I'm good, thank you, Byron, my man. I hope you are as well. Thank you for the update, Michael. Appreciate it. Chat Hammond, how are you, dude? Nice to see you in. 28 to go. Throw in left side to Villarreal. They try to flick around the corner. United come away with the ball. The referee brings it back for a free kick. He probably could have played advantage, but it is a free kick nonetheless to Manchester United on that right hand side. Villarreal keeper, one of those situations where he was on the edge of his box and he didn't know if he was in or out, so he took the safe option and just side footed the ball forward. It is a Villarreal throw in. Emmanuel, how are you, my man? Nice to see you in. I mean, we're throwing the word Wonderwall in. I don't know why. I'm not going to sing it, but there you go. What have we got? Hey, Craig lads. Thank you, Emmanuel. I'm really glad I'm staying as well, dude. I never wanted to go anywhere. Shaw to Pogba. Eric Bailly now. Feels like there's another goal in this game, doesn't it? Rashford tries to go around the outside. Villarreal end up with the ball though in that right hand channel. Ball inside. Nice bit of good bit of play there. Switches it across. It wasn't a great ball. I mean, he was under pressure and Fernandes now has the ball for United in that right hand channel. Goes past his man. Still Fernandes puts in a cross. Ricochets back. Cavani appealed for a penalty. Referee seems unmoved by it. We play on. Coquelin carries the ball forward now for Villarreal. Ball breaks in midfield. Cavani still screaming at the referee over the penalty. Referee tells him to shut up. Bailly now carries the ball forward for United. To Greenwood. Greenwood plays a nice ball into the right hand channel to Wan-Bissaka. Ball into the box. It's hooked away by Albiol. Shaw. To Rashford. Rashford back to Luke Shaw. Lindelof. McTominay. United certainly starting to up the ante a little bit here. Lindelof. Pogba. Back to Lindelof. Ball switched into the left channel. Rashford cuts in on his right foot. Gives it back to Fernandes, who goes out left side to Luke Shaw. Shaw tries the ball up the line but didn't work out. But United have it back because Villarreal cleared it straight to Bruno Fernandes. Shaw. Cross in. Greenwood does well in the penalty area. A bit of space left hand side. Turns back in. Gives it to Pogba. Pogba across to McTominay, whose strike is blocked. Ricochets back as far as Victor Lindelof, who gives it to Eric Bailly. Bailly now. Diagonal ball across left hand side. Looking for Shaw. It's a little bit overhit. Bounces off the top of Luke Shaw's head and goes out for a Villarreal throw in. Here's the appeal for the penalty. It's not a penalty for me. He pulls his arm back behind his body. Couldn't have done anything more to try and get out of the way of it. I've got to be honest, that's not a penalty for me. .24 to go. I agree, Sertinho. I think if if Ronaldo does finish up in Italy this year and goes to the MLS, I think it would be a good move all around. Maybe he hooks up with Beckham at Inter Miami. I don't know, but I do think it's a good shout, mate. I think it would be good to get more eyes on the MLS for sure. I think it's a good shout. Thank you, Byron. You're very kind. Pogba. Oh, nice little turn there by Fernandes. Has his ankles clipped. It was a foul. Let's be fair, mate. I mean, Capoue tried to say, how many fucking Tottenham players are there in the Villarreal team, by the way? My God. Capoue, Foyt. Who's the other one that just came on a while ago as well? Is this Tottenham's reserves? Coquelin, he was at Arsenal actually, wasn't he? Sorry, my bad. I was just thinking of one B-Tech London team. I forgot they're all the same. Ball in. It's cleared by Villarreal. Hey Brian, just got a message from John Hamilton there, which I'm sure a lot of you guys will be glad to hear. Nice to hear from John as always. He sends his love to everybody in the chat. Free kick to Villarreal. Sorry, right in the halfway line here. Lindelof moaning about it, but I mean, Moreno went down fairly easily, but that's a normal free kick these days. I did, of course, Bernadette. I'll just send John a quick reply, but I will, of course, let them all know you send your love. I literally just sent it to him right there, Bernadette. I said that the chat sends their love. Always good to hear from John. Cavani, right hand channel, reverse pass looking for Fernandes, who's surely offside. I mean, the ball gets pulled wide by Rashford, but he was 100% offside. But how on earth did Rashford miss from 5 yards? I mean, it's a shocking miss, but Fernandes was a mile offside. It was more than 5 yards. That was me being harsh. It was about 8 or 9 yards, but still. I mean, it wouldn't have counted, but it was still a shocking finish from Marcus Rashford. "20 minutes to go here in Gdansk." I say here, I'm not in Gdansk. I'm in my living room, but you know what I mean. Foyt now. Villarreal have a couple of players in the box, but Foyt goes back inside. Nice ball, that, in fairness. Strike from distance. I mean, I think it can best be described as a daisy cutter there from Parejo. Goes harmlessly behind David De Gea's goal for a Manchester United goal kick. Do I think Liverpool could afford Sancho? Yes, I do. I'm not saying we're signing him, but he's certainly more affordable than the likes of an Mbappe or a Houlden. Lindelof. Across the bye. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, nice little 1-2 there with Greenwood. Back to Paul Pogba. Pogba across to Bruno Fernandes. Rashford down the line looking for Luke Shaw. Nice bit of play by Shaw, pulls it back. He has a strike, Luke Shaw, with his right foot that goes so far off target it actually ends up as a cross to Cavani. He has no time to think and just directs a header, but it came back straight back out, and it goes behind for a goal kick. But yeah, Shaw's shot was inadvertently across there. It's a good bit of play by Shaw in the left channel. Nice drag back, gets into the penalty area. Has a touch. Tries to shoot, but it's so far off. Cavani tries to head it, and it comes off Pau Torres' head then and gets cleared away. Sancho's definitely not better than Haaland and Mbappe, Adam. Come on, mate. Let's be honest. He's a good player. He's a very good player. But, I mean, he's no Haaland or Mbappe in my eyes. But it's just my opinion, though. Fernandes. Greenwood to Pogba. (1-2) between Wan-Bissaka and Fernandes. It's headed away though by Albiol. Again, it's Mason Greenwood who brings it down right hand channel. Plays across in, takes a deflection. Did he keep it in play? I think he did. He did. They're starting to up it a little bit, the COP 94. But I wouldn't say either side are kicking down the other one's door, if you get where I'm coming from. Ball goes out. It'll be a throw into United left hand side. Thank you, GD77. Appreciate that. 17 minutes to go. Fight here, right hand side. Coquelin back to Foyth. Villarreal taking no chances, go all the way back to the keeper. He moves the ball out left hand side. Cavani closing on the keeper. It's not great from the Villarreal keeper. It eventually makes its way to Greenwood, who gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Greenwood back to Fernandes. He recycles the ball back to Bailly. McTominay. Paul Pogba. Switch across from Pogba, but it's a little bit behind Luke Shaw, and it goes out for Villarreal throw-in. 16 minutes plus additional time to go, or are we heading for extra time? Who do I want to win the Champions League? Chelsea, because I can't stand the idea of Manchester City winning it. Is this a second account or a personal one? It's just, it's the same group of us that run it, mate. It's just that this is for non-Liverpool games. Anfield Agenda is the main Liverpool, or the only Liverpool account. But this is our second one. We also have another account called Anfield Agenda Extra, which is shorter content. Like 1 to 3 minute clips, basically. But yeah, this is our account for non-Liverpool games. Ball goes behind here now for a Villarreal corner. Last touch, Wan-Bissaka. It'll be a corner to them left hand side. Now I've got to take my tablets, or else I'll forget. Ball into the box, is headed away by Pogba. Strike from distance, deflection, and it'll go out for another Villarreal corner, this time right hand side. I don't understand how Cambo Man is trying to justify City deserving to win the Champions League after this season's performance. I mean, sorry, I misread that at first, mate. I thought you said that their league performance. I just don't want them to win it, I'll be honest. Still waiting for this corner from the right hand side from Villarreal. 76 on the clock. They go back to Foyth, who recycles it. Now they switch the angles up. Again looking for a fight, but it was a shit corner routine to be honest. You'd like to see Coutinho in the Premier League. As long as it's not at Liverpool, mate, I'm all good. Thank you, Jake. Another substitution here by Villarreal, by the way. Actually, I think it might be a double substitution. Paco Alcacer about to come on now to replace Pino. So, bit of goal scoring threat here from Villarreal. And I'll tell you who the second change is now in a second. Owen, how are you, mate? It's Moy Gomez that's coming on to replace... I actually don't know who he's replacing yet, to be honest with you. Moy Gomez on to replace Trigueros. Or Trigueros, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. What do I think went wrong with Coutinho? He got his move to his dream club. I'm not begrudging him that. I begrudge him the way he went about it, of course, but for whatever reason, didn't work out. He's had 3 knee operations so far, I think, since January. So it's not a player I'd be. It was a fairly serious meniscus injury he had on his knee, and he's had 3 operations since January. So yeah, I think his best days are probably behind him. Don't you want to get? I don't want Coutinho back. Mainly, I'll be honest, because of the way he left. I mean, look, I know I'm a hypocrite because Liverpool have gotten players the same way that he left, but I'm allowed to be a hypocrite. I'm a fan, but I don't like the way he left us high and dry. I really don't. Doesn't sit well at all with me. Conte did leave Inter, because he was told that they have to make 70 million quid's worth of savings, so they've got to basically sell one big player, and Conte rightly wasn't happy with that. Albiol now hooks the ball forward for Villarreal. Moreno's tries to get there, but Luke Shaw gets in ahead of him. Ball inside to Scott McTominay. To Greenwood. Greenwood ball in looking for Cavani. It's headed away. McTominay goes around the outside, ball across. Cavani can't quite steer it. Goal bound, and it did go behind. So a corner kick to Manchester United right hand side. Do I like the new Champions League changes? No, really don't, mate. I could go into detail about it, but I don't want to bore you. But no, I don't like them at all. Thoughts on Liverpool's interest in Tielemans? I can't see that one. Like, Leicester will demand about 50 or 60 million pound for Tielemans, if not more, and we won't pay it. I'd be shocked if we paid it. Pogba. Ball in behind, well defended by Foyth, although Pogba nicks it back off him. Shaw to McTominay to Rashford. Cross in from Shaw, keeper comes and claims it. 10 minutes to go in Gdansk. Villarreal 1, Manchester United 1. What country am I from? Ireland. Well, I don't know about that, ref. That was a bit harsh. Alcacer there. Free kick anyway to Manchester United, right hand side. Will I miss Wijnaldum? Yeah, absolutely. I don't want him to go. I'll be honest with you. I think it's I think in his case, he's played an ungodly amount for Liverpool. Always available, always one of Klopp's trusted lieutenants, and it just seems like the club don't want to give him a 3-year contract, which I think is a shame. But he is going to join Barca by the looks of it. Rashford now. It's not great for Marcus Rashford, to be fair. Cuts in on his right foot and pulls the shot a fair bit wide. What made me support Liverpool? I'd like to say it was his family or something, mate, but it wasn't. It was, I said it before, it was the 2-0 loss to Arsenal that won Arsenal the old First Division title at Anfield. Amazingly, that made me end up supporting Liverpool. I was a young kid at the time and I just fell in love with Anfield, and I liked the way they were applauding off the Arsenal team, even though they'd just come and, I won't say nicked the league title, but won the league title in dramatic fashion. So that was the night that made me end up supporting Liverpool. It was actually a loss. Are all my friends in the world, do I have friends in England? I like to think, Jake, I've got 108,000 friends, mate, around the world. Did I ever play GAA? Yes, I did. I played it all the way through primary and secondary school. Do I have any Liverpool tattoos? Yes, I do. One on my leg. It's kind of a take on the Omac Vey Foundation banner. Fernandez, Shaw, Pogba. Thomas was on the cop that night. I can imagine it broke you, mate. God, it was yeah, it was heartbreaking. But you know, Arsenal kept going. In fairness, and you've got to give credit. But yeah, I get you. It was tough, I'm sure. If Nat goes, do we still need a centre back? We need five, in my opinion. On whether that's four senior and a good understudy. But I think we definitely need five. So Canade comes in. Canade, Van Dijk, Gomez, Matip. I think we need to keep either Phillips or bring in another one, but I think we need minimum five. Am I good at football? I was. Ronan, I was a very good goalkeeper when I was younger, all the way through till I was about 17, but I haven't played since then. But no, I played at a very high level when I was younger. Free kick here to Villarreal, 7.5 to go. Barcelona, I think Coutinho, I guess, is where the pie is going to go. I played Gaelic, not hurling. I wasn't brave enough to play hurling. Actually, true story, I didn't even know hurling existed until I went into secondary school, because it wasn't played in my primary school at all. So I didn't even know it was a thing until I was like 13. I know that sounds ludicrous for an Irish person to say that, but it's genuinely true. I agree, can count on Matip, David. I would have 100% triggered the Kabak clause as well as Canade, and I would have looked to have moved Matip on. Shaw pulls it back. Mason Greenwood comes in. Referee, I think, brings it back though for a free kick for United on the left hand side of the penalty area for a late challenge. Would I wear an Everton jersey for a grand? Yeah, if the grand was going to charity, of course I would, mate. I don't mind looking like an idiot if it makes the charity money. No problem whatsoever. It was a bit of a late... Oh, studs in as well to the leg of Luke Shaw there from Foyth. Who do I think will win? United. I mean, they're the ones pushing for a goal here. Unless Villarreal catch them on a counter or something, but... Referee's gone to his pocket now, I think, for a yellow for Foyth as well for that challenge on Luke Shaw. The clock ticks to 84 minutes. Did Liverpool sign Canade? No, we haven't paid the release clause yet, but that's the last part of the jigsaw, mate. The medical's been done. Everything's been agreed. He'll be signing a 5-year deal. Just have to pay the release clause. That's the last part of the jigsaw. Definitely going to miss Genie. He's a model professional. It was a pleasure to have him at the football club, and I wish him nothing but the best. Class act on and off the pitch. Right, here we go. Byron reckons we'll get a late winner from Parejo for Villarreal, but as it stands, it's a free kick here to United, left hand side. Chance to get a delivery into the box. Fernandez over it. Harry, I can't predict the Euros, mate. It's impossible. It's just a lot of good teams. I think it'll be an interesting tournament. 5 minutes to go. Ball in. Villarreal headed away. Second ball back in from Rashford. Doesn't really catch it as he'd like, and it goes behind for a goal kick. There's a small building fire apparently in the Bernabeu. I wouldn't worry about it. Apparently it's under control, all good, from what I've been informed anyway. And it's also important to remember that they are building at the Bernabeu, so they're redoing the entire stadium anyway. So, but from what I've been led to believe, it was a small one. It's under control, and that's what I've read. Would I ever do anything with Red Men? They've ignored me from day one, Jake, so I don't see why the fuck I'd bother now when I don't need Red Men. I think, I like what I do. If people like a more television-like professional side, maybe Red Men's the go-to for them, but I don't need them. It's as simple as that. 3.5 to go here. It's looking like we're heading for extra time as things stand. Here, Alberto Moreno coming on now for Villarreal. There's a blast from the past. And Gaspas, I think, as well. So this will be, I think, all of their full complement of substitutes. Pedraza it is coming off for Alberto Moreno. Here comes Moreno now. They really are dragging out these substitutions, aren't they? And Foyth goes off to be replaced by Gaspar. Two and a half to go. Ball goes out, throw into Manchester United, left hand side. Shaw's looking to get on with it quickly, but there's nobody available. Pogba. Moreno wins it back. Jared Moreno that was for Villarreal, but it goes all the way through to David De Gea. I've got to be honest, folks, I don't want extra time here. This has not been a great watch. I know if you're a fan of either club, it's completely different, but as a neutral, it's not been a great watch. Shaw, back to Lindelof. Bye. Is there a late winner in this, or are we going into extra time? Again, United just passed in between their centre-backs here, which I don't fucking understand for the life of me. Bye goes out right-hand side now to McTominay. Switch of play from him. Rashford. Back to Shaw. Shaw flicks the ball towards the far post. Pogba gets a head nick, can't keep it down, and it goes over the bar. Goal kick to Villarreal. Who do I think of it? I honestly think it's a coin toss, Ronan. I mean, initially I suppose you think Manchester City, but then you think that Chelsea have done the double over them recently. So, you know, they certainly know how to frustrate Manchester City. I think it'll be a very interesting final, but I think probably City will win it. 13 attempts in the game for United, 7 for Villarreal. No idea how many are on target. They did not show us that statistic. Again though, folks, don't forget, please do hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Lovely to see you all in. It only takes a second, but it means a lot to us. It really does. Tobias, I think it depends what the manager wants, mate. If he wants a more attack-minded player, obviously I'd have no issues with Houssem Aouar. But if he wants a like-for-like for Genie, then Bissouma's a good shout as well. Rashford. I was thinking to myself, there's no way he kept that in, but eventually the flag goes up and it is a goal kick to Villarreal. Here, look, how have we got 3 minutes of additional time when Villarreal made 5 changes and we've had breaks in play? This is what annoys me about football. Where the fuck did they get 3 minutes from? Should have been at least 4 or 5 minutes. I don't get it. This does my head in about extra or additional time. Anyway, 3 minutes is what's been added on. Yes, Dara, this is a final. Yeah, it doesn't have the class of a final, but it is a final. Pogba. Ball breaks the green up. The referee brings it back for a free kick to Villarreal. About 15 yards inside the Manchester United half, left hand side. Has Solskjaer made a change actually in this game, or is it the exact same for United? I don't think he has made a change, has he? 90 seconds of the 3 minutes added on left. Villarreal, free kick, diagonal to the edge of the box. Pau Torres now. Oh, he saw the headlines and tried to curl it into the top corner on that left foot, but, can't control his strike, and it goes behind for United goal kick, and you'd imagine we're heading for extra time here, folks. De Gea taking his time over this. Eventually launches the goal kick long. Shaw to Rashford to Pogba. Pogba switches to play across to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, right hand side for United. He goes down the line to Greenwood. Is there one last opportunity here for United? Greenwood does well, protects the ball. I agree with Greenwood. I thought he was clipped there by Moreno, but the linesman gives it as a Villarreal throw in, and we are looking like we're going to extra time. I have no idea how the season would have played out if we had Van Dijk. There's no point in guessing we didn't, so. Referee blows up. Full time. We're going into extra time here, folks. Let me just stop this clock. Again, don't forget, ladies and gents, while we have a little break and play, please do go to the link at the top of the chat or in the description and download the all-new OneFootball app. With this watch-along's been brought to you thanks to the folks at OneFootball. So if you haven't yet checked it out, it is the best football app out there. It's entirely free. It's got you covered on everything. Video content, transfers, statistics, everything you need for a busy summer and right into next season as well. Right, ladies and gents, it's gone into extra time and we have to be subjected to another 30 minutes of this shite, unfortunately, because it has been dire, let's be honest about it. Jake, I don't know. There's been a few shocking players over the years, mate, but I don't want to single anybody out. It's not great, is it, lads? It's not just me. Like, it's not a great game, this. Rob Jones was a fucking cracking player. I don't know if you've ever seen Rob Jones play, but to call Rob Jones the worst player to ever play for Liverpool just shows that you haven't got a fucking clue about football. I'm sorry, but Rob Jones is far from the worst player to ever play for Liverpool. That is a ridiculous comment. I'm fucking embarrassed for you, to be honest with you. Rob Jones, honestly, that's... Oh, I don't even know what to say to that. Mad seeing chunks on the links ad, isn't it? Fair play to. Do I think a late winner? It's gone into extra time, mate, so... No, not at the minute. I can't believe I have to sit through another half hour of this shite now. Oh, God, it's the one thing I didn't want going into this game was extra time. What are we thinking, folks? How's this one going to finish up? I still think United will get there. But to be honest, like, it hasn't been a great quality final. And look, finals often aren't, to be fair. The tetchy affair isn't the only thing that matters is lifting the trophy at the end of it. I'm absolutely exhausted, and I already wasn't very well today, one way or the other, but I had to do the watch along because I'd committed to it, so yeah, I'm sweating here, mate. I'm not feeling great at all, I won't lie. But we'll get through the last half hour plus penalties. Hopefully. It's mad that United haven't made a single change, just looking through it here. Like, not a single change compared to Villarreal's, I think, 5 changes. They made a full complement. Yeah, 5. They've made their full 5 and United haven't made a single one. Madness! Do. Sorry, folks. I'm just taking my winnings out of Sky Bet here at the minute. Boom. Right, looks like we're getting ready to start extra time. Let me get the clock ready. I'm going to have to do it as 2 lots of 30 minutes, so bear with me here, ladies and gents. We are about to get underway in extra time. United playing from left to right. Referee's just waiting for the nod from the side. Thank you, Jaden. Very kind. Right, we're underway in extra time. Pogba. Bye. Lindelof, back to Bye. Oh God, don't start this again, lads. We get it, you've gone past 10 yards sideways to each other. Boola bus, lads, but you're professional footballers playing in a fucking final. Can you get on with it? What a game. Gents, it's been an absolute pile of shite, mate. Let's be honest. It's been a dismal affair. But look, you won't care about that if you win it, and I get it. I'd be the same if it was my club in the final. I wouldn't care how we lifted the trophy as long as we lift it. But it's been terrible, buddy. Let's be honest. Look at Paul trying to give a Billy Big Bollocks. What final did Liverpool go into? Paul, Miel Mucker. Now, you started this, mate, so you're going to have to listen to me now, because I was going to say nothing. But why are you in the Europa League, Paul? Why? Because you couldn't cut it in the Champions League, mate. That's not me saying it. That's fact. Now, you can slag Liverpool off all you want, mate, but in the worst season we've had in 4 or 5 years, we still only finished 5 points behind you, and you lads were knocking it out all season, saying how great you were, getting your Ollie fucking posters all nice and messed up. Now, to get back to what I was saying, you're in the Europa League because you got dumped out of the Champions League. We took care of Leipzig for you, man. We stepped up and did it for you. We sorted it out, restored some faith back to the Premier League. Now, if you want to take it, Paul, and celebrate being in the Europa League final, that is entirely up to you. But don't start dragging Liverpool into a princess, because the fact of the matter is, you're here because you were shit. That's the truth. You can argue with me all you want, but the truth is you couldn't hack it in the group stages and you got dumped into the Europa League. It is what it is, my friend. I'm not here to judge, but don't bring my club into it when it's got fucking nothing to do with us. But as I said, don't worry, man. We took care of Leipzig for you. We sorted them out. Do you know what I mean? We restored some faith back to the northeast or northwest of England to yeah, it's alright, man. Do you know what I mean? We did it for you. So you can thank us later, Paul. It's all good. Trying to brag about being in the Europa League final and to be put down Liverpool, which fuck off. It's got nothing to do with us, mate. You go ahead and celebrate your final, have at it, but don't start dragging Liverpool into it just to be petty. I hate that. Like, I went the whole game, never once mentioned that about it. I had no intention of talking about the fact why you're here. But I'm not going to listen to someone try and put down my beloved club, mate, to try and make yourself feel better that you can't beat Villarreal. Albiol now for Villarreal. It's not a great look when you start doing stuff like that, pal. I'm all for banter and all, but I don't see why you brought Liverpool into it. It's got nothing to do with us. But then again, you are obsessed with us, so I get it. Must be tough looking up at the most successful club in English football, mate. I get it. Pau Torres. Ooh. Boy did well there to step in for United. Fernandes now. United have options. Fernandes takes too much out of it and Villarreal smother him and Moreno wins it back. Let's sign a better striker than Origi. Oh God, yes. Please, yes. Strike from Villarreal, it's blocked. Alcacer's strike was blocked by Boy. United took it away upfield looking for Marcus Rashford and it goes out for Manchester United throw in. Unai Emery's got some moves on the sideline there. He's doing my heading routine. Given it all this he is on the sideline. How big is the TV I watch the games on? It's 65 inch, right? I've got an iMac and behind that my TV's on the wall here in the living room. I honestly, hand on heart, thought United would absolutely blow Villarreal away today. I was thinking this was going to be a handy evening's work actually for United, but I don't know whether I should be giving credit to Villarreal or I should be critical of United because I don't want to be unfair in my analysis, but for whatever reason it hasn't made out to be the greatest final, but at the end of the day the most important thing for anybody's club is what happens at the end of it. So if either club lift the trophy, I'm sure they won't care one bit about how it came about. And rightly so. Rashford. He goes back to Eric Boy. Boy out to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Greenwood. Again, United try a little triangle. It doesn't come off, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka steps in and wins it back. Fernandes now. We've had 6 minutes of the first half of extra time. No real chances to speak of yet. Boy has it now for United. Bruno Fernandes fires the ball through the centre, but Real Albiol gets there. Villarreal head the second ball down. They work it out left hand side to Alberto Moreno. Moreno back inside to Capoue. Villarreal do well, make a bit of space, work the ball into the right hand channel. Luke Shaw comes across now for United and Villarreal go back in field. Albiol. Capoue. He's a big unit, isn't he? He's a big lad. Capoue. McTominay. He's dispossessed. Villarreal have a back centre of the park and they work it again into the left side. Good switch into a bit of space there. Let's see if they commit anyone into the box. Just holding up play. It seems to be a case of, and rightly so I suppose, I can understand it. Nobody wants to make a mistake here. So they're being ultra cautious. Moreno now. Again into the left channel. They go deep to the far post. Goes behind for a goal kick to Manchester United. Luke Shaw, good defender there at the far post. Why is a Real Madrid fan doing in the chat? Mate, shouldn't you be worried about the dad's army that you have there at the club at the minute with the lads be coming out in fucking Zimmer frames next year in Madrid? Be Luka Modric going around in his Zimmer frame, passing it to Kroos in his Zimmer frame, who crosses it to Benzema in his Zimmer frame. I'd be more concerned about that with coming in here and saying that, and to be honest with you, mate. I don't know who's going to manage all the Zimmer frames though, because it looks like Zidane's on the way out. Moreno tries a strike, goes off Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I think, for a Villarreal corner, and Unai. That's what happens when you bring Moreno on, mate. Don't be fucking bringing Alberto Moreno on and thinking that you're bringing on prime fucking Robin Van Persie or that, and you're not. It's Moreno. This is what Moreno does. Don't be shocked by it. Why do I have this second channel? I don't know if you understand how money works, Jaden, but the more of something you have and the more views you get more money. So, that. Not sure if you're up on this YouTube malarkey, mate, but, you know, you need to get views and sponsors and super chats and stuff to make money from it, buddy. But, you know, I don't want to give away the industry secrets here, but, you know, the more channels you have, the more views you get, the more likely you are to be able to make a living from it. But shh, that's just our secret. I also have a third channel as well, by the way. Alcacer, can't quite get over the top of the ball. Good bit of build-up play from Villarreal there. Works its way to Paco Alcacer in the penalty area. Gets it onto his right foot but can't keep his shot down. United are bringing Fred on now to replace Mason Greenwood. I think Greenwood's had a decent enough game, to be fair, but Fred comes in to replace him. We've had the first 10 minutes here. De Gea side foots it forward. Villarreal have won the ball though. They've actually done alright in the first half here of extra time, Villarreal. They've been a bit more in command of the ball than I thought. I thought it would be mainly Manchester United pressing them, to be fair, and making them drop back. But in fairness to Villarreal, they've done alright here in the first half of extra time. Free kick now. Set piece. Very similar area to the part of the pitch that they got their goal from, actually. It was a clip by Eric Bailly on Francis Coquelin that gives the free kick here to Villarreal left hand side. Who's my favourite City player? I don't have a favourite City player. Who's better in their prime? Van Dijk is 10 times better than Ruben fucking Diaz. If anybody even needs to ask that question, they shouldn't. Diaz has been a great signing and he's a top-notch centre-back and deserves all the accolades he gets, but he's no Virgil van Dijk. Why are everybody so obsessed with comparing people, by the way? Ball in from Villarreal. De Gea gets a hand on it, goes behind for a corner. I don't understand. Like, Van Dijk's a Liverpool player, I'll enjoy him. Diaz is a Man City player, and I'm sure Manchester City fans absolutely love him, and rightly so. I don't get the comparisons. I'm somebody that just likes to enjoy the players that are at the club I support, and if they move on, they move on. But I don't understand the constant need to compare everybody. Right, another corner here to Villarreal, right hand side. Ball in. Second ball breaks. United have a chance to counter here if they get men forward. It's a good ball. Oh, well defended. I thought Rashford was going to get there, but Villarreal just about got across. United have it back though with Cavani. He's muscled out of it. Fair play to him. He tracked back and defended well though, Edinson Cavani. Well done. Shaw now has it left hand side for United. McTominay tries to go around the outside here. Well defended by Villarreal, and eventually the ref brings it back for a free kick. 2 minutes to go here in the first half of extra time. Still Villarreal 1, Manchester United 1. Wonder, what do you think? Is it going all the way, folks? Is it going to penalties, or will somebody nick a winner here in extra time? I don't, Jaden. No, I don't. I haven't done a Euro fantasy team yet. Villarreal into the penalty area. Cross in, straight into the arms of De Gea. Clock ticks to 104 minutes. Ball in David De Gea's hands. Rolls it out to Lindelof. Bye. Back to Lindelof. I'd love to see the passing stats between these two, for fuck's sake. Must have played 100 passes back and forth to each other. McTominay. To Boy. To Lindelof. Shaw. To Lindelof. To Fred. 20 seconds to go. There might be a little bit of added on time for the substitutions. It's definitely getting to a point where people don't want to make mistakes, and you can understand it. It's a European final at the end of the day. Do I miss Moreno at Liverpool? Absolutely not, mate. No. 1 minute of additional time. Offside against Marcus Rashford. Alright there, Jens. Good to have you being commentary, mate. A complimentary, mate. What's calling us a small YouTube channel? Fucking hell. We're not actually that small, to be fair. But, cheers, I think. We've had 30 seconds here of the 1 minute that's been added on. Unai Emery looking like he's after, I don't know, swallowing a bumblebee or something. Looks like he's making strange faces. Thoughts on Emre Can? I don't really have many, to be fair. He fulfilled his contract at Liverpool, so I never get angry at a player who leaves after they see out the contract, because they fulfilled what they signed up for. It's good, steady pro. And there it is, half time. In extra time, and still, as it was, still 1-1. Would I take Emery over Klopp as what? My fluffer? Because I certainly wouldn't fucking take him from a footballing perspective over Klopp. Jesus Christ. Have you ever seen football before, or are you want to wind up, Brandon? Because why would anybody want Emery over Klopp? Even just looking at him makes me annoyed. Let alone having to listen to him. Him or Lego Man, that's at fucking Arsenal. I can't take to either of them, to be honest. I do remember Jean-Michel Ferry, yes, I do. I don't know, Shay. I don't know if he just feels like he has 11 players and that's it. And he brought on Fred, to be fair. He did make one substitution. Oh, Keane, don't be... Kios, man, they're legendary, aren't they? You had a beef bag today, well in. Thought on the new Liverpool kit, has it grown on you? Well, has a little bit, Noel, yeah. Since I've seen it on the players, it is fucking Kevin having a wank there under that blanket, mate. You know, you can't be seen under a blanket with your hand moving up and down. That's already a meme. That's gone now. Silly boy, mate. You don't move your hands under a blanket if you have a blanket on your lap, mate. Especially when you're the head of your wife. For God Almighty, what have I just seen? Man's knocking him out under a blanket. He's not, but you know, we'll say he is. But he's not. But he might be. But he's not. Do you remember a chat in AA 2 years ago over Diet Coke? I definitely do, yes. I do, David, yeah. Right, second half underway in extra time. Sorry, I was getting carried away there. Here we go. We'll go count up to 15 again, folks. What are my thoughts on the new Chelsea kit? It's horrible, Ronan. I mean, most modern kits aren't great, to be fair. I'm not slagging off Chelsea. It's not their fault, but yeah, I'm not a fan of a lot of modern kits. The Spurs one is a complete joke as well. Looks like they forgot to make it and then going, oh shit, what colour are they? White? Lash a Spurs badge on that there, lad. £70. Yeah, no, £70. Same as always. £100 if you want the player version. Have you seen the Spurs one? It's just like a white night t-shirt with a Spurs badge on it. Would I take Fred over Thiago? To what? The pictures or on the day? Because it certainly wouldn't be in from a footballing perspective. Free kick to Villarreal's floated into the box. Cavani hooks it away. I think the ref's bringing it back though for a foul. Sure. Puskas, I might get the yellow one if that's a real one, if it comes out. If the yellow and red pinstripe jersey comes out, I'll be all over that. But I don't think I'll be getting the home one yet. I'll have to see it in person though. Oh, ball through the centre. Cavani nearly in. Keeper does well, comes out and clears his lines. I definitely remember the days, Glenn, where you had to check teletext for football results, mate. And holidays as well. And heaven forbid you missed the page and didn't press the hold button, buddy, and you had to wait for the holiday to come round from the 300 other pages I had to flick through. Oh, I remember teletext days, definitely. Waiting for the update full time. Yeah, those were the days. Nike or New Balance? New Balance. I think New Balance made some very good kits. Albiol now. Out right hand side. Yeah, definitely, Dave. The yellow one totally reminds me. I think, is it 74, Dave, or 77? The one we're thinking of. Teletext or CFAX? Both. I remember both, mate. Yeah, good shout, Clive. I would have always called it teletext, but you're right. Wasn't it CFAX on BBC? Ball into the box again, far too close to De Gea, who comes and claims it. Would I wouldn't keep either Adrian or Karius. I'd like them both to go, to be honest, Damon. I mean, surely it gives somebody a hint when no other club wants to buy Karius. I mean, even at 3 or 4 million quid, I don't want them back at Liverpool. Have I ever been to the new camp? Yes, I have. I was underwhelmed, to be honest with you. I mean, it was huge and all, and the trophy room was class, but ooh, Rashford nearly in there, but the keeper comes out and grabs it. But I thought the stadium needed a lot of upgrading. I think that was a bit iffy there from Albion letting that bounce. Oh, Rashford goes down after half an hour thinking about it. He goes down holding his foot. The referee jogs back down. I think Rashford might believe that's the end of his night, I think. He certainly looks frustrated there. I don't know if it's because he knows he'll have to go off or what it is, but he needs a bit of treatment anyway. Do I think Karius really had a concussion? Do you know what I do? Now, I'm not using that in any way as an excuse for what happened, but when you look back at the clatter that he did get, it's understandable if we did have one. And look, I'd never wish that on any goalkeeper what happened that day, because heartbreaking to watch it happen to anybody. But he may have had, yeah. I mean, medical professionals say he have. Now, I don't know if that changed the game or not. That's not for me to say, but I think Real Madrid, after Salah went off, deserved to win the game. But look, it is what it is. Is Ben Davies a real person? No comment. Thoughts on Ramos? It rhymes with smunt. Pogba now brings it down well for United. Got options left and right. Cavani. Is Fabrizio Romano a reliable source? Yes, he is, mate. He's the Edison Cavani of the football world. He's always there for a tap in. But no, he is definitely reliable. Ball switched across left hand side. Fernandez back to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who hooks it forward. Villarreal now in possession on the halfway line. 8.5 minutes to go of this. Villarreal go all the way back to the keeper, taking no chances. They move it out left hand side. Pressure from United. Villarreal working into the left channel even more. Go up the line now. Good ball that. I tell you what, that's a very good ball. They still have it left channel. Moreno now pulls it back, edge of the box. Oh, they couldn't work anything there. It was good play by Villarreal. Lovely ball up the line originally. Now I think Scott McTominay's gone down here holding his head, but United have given the ball straight to Villarreal. It's down. It's blocked. Oh, Villarreal are appealing for a handball. They work it into the right channel now, and Luke Shaw should be able to clear this away for United. Why is the ref stopping it now? I don't get it. Why wouldn't he stop it? If I'm a United fan now, I'm furious at the referee for this, because the ref had no intention of stopping it when Villarreal was attacking, and now he stops it when United are in possession. I don't get it, and I'm not trying to defend United or be pro-United here, but Cavani's after getting booked for pointing out the bleeding obvious to the referee there, which is, why on earth did you stop the ball when we had it and not when they were attacking? It's ridiculous, referee, and I've got to say I understand the frustration. He's no intent on stopping it when Villarreal were attacking, and look, that's the referee's decision, but why all of a sudden then stop it when United are about to clear their lines? And then booking Cavani for pointing out the fact that you shit the bed, ref. I mean, it's ridiculous. Penalty check on VAR as well. I don't know what's going on here with the ref, by the way. McTominay's getting back to his feet. How is the ref right? How is the ref right, mate? It's not a head injury. So, and if it was a head injury, you should have stopped it immediately. So, I don't know what rules you want to be making up here, but I don't know how the ref is right. And then, potential penalty here. Looking at a handball from Fred. I did take a deflection off his foot. That is in defence of Fred, to be fair. So, I would say no penalty because it hit Fred's foot first. But, the rules all around Europe are different, so let's wait and see. I would say no penalty, though, myself. Eric Bailly gone off now for Manchester United. 5 minutes to go plus a bit of stoppage time, I'm sure. Dan James coming on now for Manchester United. And Tunzebi coming on to replace Bailly. What's going on here, by the way, Eric? We've definitely ruled out the penalty, yes, because I don't think it was a penalty, to be fair. I think it would have been very harsh. Ethic Bolton, you seem to have a real rough grasp of the rules of football, mate. Hit the player's foot and then came up off his hand. Under the rules of the game, that's not a penalty. So, like you were wrong about the referee a minute ago, pal, you're wrong again on that one. Fred. Ball goes out. 3.5 minutes to go. Fred gets a foot in, ball goes back to Lindelof. I mean, I told you about 2 hours ago that Zidane was going to walk. I said that to you 2 hours ago. If you go back and listen to the stream, I told you that Zidane wouldn't be the Real Madrid manager much longer. That was always going to happen. Real Madrid are up shit creek. I've been saying it to a lot of people. They are financially in a mess. They are looking at potential expulsion from the or Champions League for 2 years. There's a whole lot of headaches going on at Real Madrid right now, and I don't think some people understand how serious it is there. They've got financial troubles. They're redoing the Bernabeu, and as I said, any player or manager that goes in there doesn't know necessarily 100% whether they'll have European football or not with the whole Super League stuff. Interesting, but not a shock, to be honest. It's a clock that we coded ourselves, Christian. It's actually much harder than you think to find one that works, pal, but it's one that we coded ourselves. I say we, I didn't code any of it, Connor did. Choo choo, Keen, I love it, mate. Choo choo! We've got 90 seconds left to suffer through in this game, and then it looks like it's gone to penalties. Lampard to Real Madrid. Yes, mate, stick the house on it. That's happening. Come on. Florentino Perez is a problem, mate. He thinks he's a Bond villain. Juan Mata now getting ready to come on for Manchester United here. Shaw looks like he has a painful one there in his arm. As one of those, I think he landed awkwardly. You could see it in his face immediately. Right, we're going all the way back down to the Villarreal keeper for a drop ball anyway. We have less than 1 minute of normal time left here in extra time, and then we'll see what's added on. I'd imagine it'll be a couple of minutes. Take Prime Reina or Prime Allison. Oh, Dave, you're killing me, man. I absolutely adored Pepe Reina when he was in his pomp at Liverpool. I love them both dearly, mate. I'm not going to lie. I can't pick. I'm sure that there is a correct answer, but both of them, I love them both. As a former keeper myself, I just love them both. Did somebody ask Pele or Maradona? 100% Maradona. 100% better player than Pele. To me, Diego Armando Maradona is my favourite ever footballer, but Um, yeah, 3 minutes. Somebody was spot on in the chat there. They said it was going to be 3 minutes. You were spot on. It is 3 minutes. No, I think Pepe Reina has had his day, mate, and he's about the same age as me, to be honest. So Alex Telles now getting ready. Obviously, Solskjaer getting ready to sort out the penalty takers here. He has Telles ready. He has Juan Mata ready. Obviously, bring them on just before the end to get as many decent penalty takers as possible. No harm in that. We've had now 1 minute of the 3. Cavani goes to press the Villarreal keeper, who launches it long upfield. Villarreal win the second ball, and it's hooked away then by Lindelof. Again, Villarreal launch the ball down the right hand channel. It's flicked on. Tuanzebe comes across, takes no chances, and puts it out for a Villarreal throw-in. Emery still looks like he's chewing on that bumblebee. Nah, Ben Davies doesn't really exist, Connor. He's just, we all invented him in our minds, I think. Can you imagine the fume now if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer whips off David De Gea and brings Dean Henderson on for the penalties? Throw into United down near their own corner flag. We are now just about to head into the last minute of additional time, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer now pulls the trigger on his substitutions. Alex Telles and Juan Mata about to come on, and Scott McTominay about to come off. Obviously doesn't fancy McTominay taking a pen out, and I'll tell you who the other one is now in a second. I don't, Christian. We tried so long, mate, to find the clock. We went through all the app stores. We tried everything we could. You think it would be straightforward, buddy, but to find a clock that counts up is not easy. They usually count back down. It's Aaron Wan-Bissaka who goes off, and then Capoue goes off as well for Villarreal as both teams get ready for this penalty shootout. I mean, I still fancy United to win it, to be honest, even in penalties. But it's not been a great game. United's just about to take the throw in, and I'm not sure how much longer the ref will add on for these substitutions, but we'll soon see. All eyes on the referee now. Oh, Villarreal have nicked it back in United's half, right hand side. Gerard Moreno heads for the corner flag, plays it out, and it's a Manchester United ball. Again, all eyes still on the referee here as we await the final whistle. Looks like we're headed for penalties in Gdansk. Solskjaer's got the notepad out, I think, getting his penalty takers ready. And it is all over, ladies and gents. We're going the distance. We're going to penalties in the Europa League final. Right. I'll count up the penalties here. I will change. I'm going to put the scores back to 0-0, folks, because I'll use the scores here to do the penalties. So, 1 second. Let me just get it back. Right, we'll count up on the penalties here. Interesting, we're all the way. Who's going to win the Europa League final? It will be decided from 12 yards. Favourite French player ever. Jean-Michel Papin of Marseille is my favourite French player. How does it feel Liverpool have lost 8 times at Anfield this season? The whole season feels shit, mate. So, I'm just glad we snuck into the Champions League at the end. But it wasn't a great season at all. Right, it'll be interesting to see who steps up. Who's the hero going to be? I did hear about Zidane, John. Yeah, I was saying it earlier on in the stream. It was an open secret, to be honest, that he was most likely going to leave. I wasn't around to watch Platini, Dave. I'm just a little bit too young to have seen Michel Platini. I have this thing about Papin when I was a kid. I had the Marseille jersey. I remember that Champions League, well, the European Cup final at the time. I don't know, I just always liked Jean-Pierre Papin, or Papin, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but yeah, from when I was a kid, he was a class player for Marseille, and yeah, very much enjoyed watching him. Trezeguet was a great player as well, no doubt, Mick. France have had some amazing players. Zidane, of course, right in that conversation. Yes, Adam, Zidane has walked out of Madrid, but that was a known thing, to be fair. I mean, most people within the football industry knew that was happening. Alan, they're still in the huddle, mate, ahead of the penalty shootout. I'll take you through it when it happens, don't worry. I'll go count up on the scores as well. Dave, writing the word Papin doesn't help me out with the pronunciation, mate. It's just, I know how it was spelled, I just didn't know if it was Papin or Papin. But yeah, great player. Cantona was class, no doubt about it. Absolute baller, Cantona. I love an arrogant footballer as well, by the way. So, I absolutely appreciate how good Cantona was as well. Right, here's the coin toss. Fernandes and Albiol with the referee. He's shown them which side will take them down which end. Villarreal win the coin toss. And I think Albiol has decided to shoot into the end with the Villarreal fans. And now they're doing the coin toss to see who goes first and who goes second. And United win that section of it, so I think Fernandes has suggested he wants to go first, I think. But anyway, we are going down to the far side, right-hand side here for the penalties. Pogba's down there rallying the troops, trying to get the spirits high. And yeah, we are going down in front of the Villarreal fans here for the penalty shootout. Good luck to both teams. Oh, Crosby. It is Gerard Moreno who's going to take it first. David De Gea is trying to get into his head as the referee stands there smiling, watching it happen. How about doing your goddamn fucking job, ref? Anyway, don't forget, download the OneFootball app, ladies and gents, from the link at the top of the chat and in the description. We are doing this game thanks to the good folks at OneFootball. If you haven't downloaded the app, it is free to do so. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. Right, here we go. Moreno to take the first penalty. Gerard Moreno, I should say, for Villarreal. I'm going to count up on the scoreboard for the penalty, so keep an eye on that. David De Gea moving across his line. Referee blows the whistle. Moreno steps up to take the first one in front of Villarreal fans. And he scores. Sends De Gea the wrong way. It's 1-0 to Villarreal. Tucked it away nicely. Waited for De Gea to move and rolls it into the corner. I don't know why referees let keepers do this. I really don't know what he's doing. Look, I don't know why he lets them do it. Keepers should be just told to stay away from the penalty taker. Juan Mata, first up for Manchester United. Referee blows his whistle. Mata steps up. Scores. Good penalty. Keeper went the right way. Couldn't keep it out. It's 1-1. Well slotted away by Mata. Keeper, as I said, did go the right way but couldn't keep it out. 1-1. Villarreal going to take their second one now. Again, sends the hay the wrong way and calmly rolls it in. 2-1 to Villarreal. I don't like the short run-ups, but he waited for the hay to move and slotted it into the corner. 2-1 Villarreal. United's second penalty to come. Alex Telles coming up to take the penalty now for Manchester United. Telles brought on right at the end, you'd imagine, with penalties in mind. He steps up. Again, good penalty from him. Makes it 2-2. 100% so far on the penalty front. Two. Starts to get really nervy around now, doesn't it? The third and fourth. Third penalty for Villarreal. Oh, it just about sneaks it in under De Gea's right hand. De Gea guessed the right way, but it was far enough in the corner, and it's 3-2 to Villarreal in front of their own fans down their end of the stadium. Oh, I thought De Gea was... Oh, he got a little touch on it as well. Just couldn't get down in time. Unlucky there from the United keeper, but it is 3 out of 3 for Villarreal. Now it's Bruno Fernandes who steps up for Manchester United to take their third penalty. Fernandes. Steps up. Oh, again! He just about sneaks it in as well. Keeper went the right way, but it was far enough in the corner, and so far it's 100% for both sides. 3-3. Again, keeper went the right way, but it was tucked far enough into the corner, and again the keeper gets a hand on it. He'll feel like he should have saved that. Oh, he'll feel like he should have kept that out. Alberto Moreno now. I'm saying nothing. Moreno. Oh, good penno. Good penno, Albi. Good penno, mate. Tucks it into the corner. Again, De Gea went the right way, but in fairness to Moreno, that was a good penalty. In front of the Villarreal fans to make it 4-3. Oh, it's really nerve-wracking now, isn't it, with the penalty shootout. That's a good strike from Moreno. Low, hard into the corner, and it's 4-3. Oh, you don't want to be missing now. Oh, God, you don't want to be missing now. Marcus Rashford. Will he put the laces through it, or will he try and place it? Rashford. United's fourth penalty. Here we go. He steps up. Little stutter. Good penalty. Waits for the keeper to move. Calm from Marcus Rashford. Makes a 4-4. Good penalty there from him. 4-all. It's basically sudden death now, ladies and gents. Technically it isn't, but you know, you don't want to be missing your fifth penalty. 4-all. 8 penalties out of 8. Oh, the nerves. Look, why is the referee allowing De Gea to give the ball to him? I don't get this ref. He is a shithouse. The keeper shouldn't be let anywhere off his line. I don't get it. Again, I said the same when it was the other way around. Here we go, 5th penalty. Oh, he scored. He went for power and he got it past De Gea. Parejo it was. 5-4 to Villarreal. The last penalty of the 10 here for United. And they need to score it. Again, he just went for power and it was past De Gea, to be fair, before he knew what was happening. Villarreal have scored 5 out of 5. United have 4 out of 4. The last penalty for United now. Who's going to step up? It's Cavani. I mean, to be fair, if you wanted a strike, you wanted somebody who knows where the net is for your last penalty, it's Cavani. Cavani now. Cavani, he scores. It's 5-5. We're into sudden death. Again, keeper went the wrong way. Good penalty from Cavani, and it's 5-5. I remember a penalty shootout in the African Cup of Nations. I think it was involving the Ivory Coast that seemed to go on forever. I think they went through the entire team and it went back around. Good penalty that from Cavani. 5-5. Sudden death now. Here's the first sudden death penalty. Villarreal, of course, coming up first. I don't like the look of him. He looks nervous, but he scores. 6-5 to Villarreal. Ooh, it's heating up here, folks. 6-5. Straight down the middle. Oh, that's brave. I tell you what, from Moy Gomez, that is brave. He side foots it straight down the middle, but the head already moved. Oh, I feel for those fans. I feel for both sets of fans in there. The nerves. Fred now. Fred stepping up for the 6th penalty here for Manchester United. Fred takes a deep breath. Runs up. Oh, just about squeaks it in the corner. I think Emery thought he'd won, but fair play to Fred. He tucks it away and it's 6-6. Oh, you feel like whoever misses this penalty, that's it. There's only going to be one miss by the looks of it. 6-6. Good penalty by Fred under extreme pressure. Tucked it away nicely into the corner. I'll tell you what, we've had some good penalties here. Second sudden death penalty. Albiol. Bit of a long run up. Oh, it's a class penalty from the captain. That is a class penalty. Side foots it into the corner. 7-6 now to Villarreal. I'll tell you what, you need calm heads out there now. Good penalty though from Albiol. Yeah, quality penalty. We've seen some great penalties here this evening. Dan James to take Manchester United 7th. James. He scores 7-7. Good penalty by Dan James. Calm, composed from the young man. 7-7. My God, who would be a manager? Who would be a manager in these situations? Fair play. I tell you what, these lads working under extreme pressure here. Penalty number 8 now for Villarreal. It's Francis Coquelin. I don't like the way he's placed that ball. He screams of a player that's racked with nerves to me. Coquelin. Oh, top bins, mate. Fair play. Fair play. Top bins. Good penalty. Good penalty. I didn't fancy him. I have to be honest. I did not fancy him when he walked up, but quality. You're not saving that. That's a quality penalty. Top bins. Nothing wrong with it. Luke Shaw now, stepping up for Manchester United. I don't think the referee's happy with the placement of the ball on the spot. He is now. Shaw to step up now for Manchester United. A short run up. Oh, it should have been over. Oh, how did he get away with that? He scored. It's 8-8, but it should have been over. It was a dog shit penalty, and the keeper almost dived over the ball. He should have saved it. They should have saved it. United, if they win this, that's the moment. Oh, the keeper's absolutely fuming. He knows he should have saved that. Oof. Wasn't pretty, but they all count. Penalty number 9 now. De Gea's moving across his line. Steps up. Scores. We've been going on forever. It's 9-8. Here in the penalty shootout. 17 consecutively scored penalties. Oh, De Gea gets fingertips on it again, but he was diving the wrong way past it. Whew, nerve-shredding stuff. Is it Tuanzebe who's stepping up next? Yes, it is Tuanzebe. He scores. 9-9. Oh, penalty taken. Masterclass on here, ladies and gents. 9-9. Fair play. Tuanzebe, centre-back. Not a shabby penalty at all for a centre-back. 9-9. Oh, a few mind games here from De Gea. I'll tell you what, it's just shithousery. You love to see a bit of shithousery though, in fairness. He's putting a bit of... I love this from De Gea. It's exactly the type of nonsense I'd be at as well if I was in goal here. Giving Pau Torres extra time to think. Torres now. Oh, top bins again! That's a quality penalty, that. 10-9. The mind games didn't work. It's a good penalty again. Gets elevation above De Gea into the goal. Nobody deserves to lose this penalty shootout, to be fair. Lindelof now. Next up would be the keepers, folks. If Lindelof misses this, we're on to the keepers. Lindelof. He scores. It's 10-10. Lindelof bangs it in left hand side. Again, fingertips from the keeper, but not enough. 10-all. The keepers now. Oh, I love this. Keeper versus keeper. Oh, you love to see this. Rooley steps up. He scores. It's 11-10. This is mad. Oh. 11-10. It's up to David De Gea now. And then we go back through again. We start the process all over again. De Gea now. Against Rooley. 11-10 as things stand. De Gea. It's saved! Villarreal win the Europa League! The referee's just checking that the keeper was on his line, but it looks like David De Gea's miss has given Villarreal the Europa League, ladies and gentlemen. You always feel sorry for a keeper in that situation. I mean, we'd seen 21 glorious penalties, and David De Gea misses, and Villarreal lift the Europa League, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's way for a trophy goes on at Manchester United. Congratulations to Villarreal and Unai Emery. I mean, nobody deserved to lose that penalty shootout. It's a lottery at the best of times, but it is the Yellow Submarine. It is Villarreal that win the Europa League on penalties, 11-10 against Manchester United. Congratulations to Unai Emery and his team. It's great to see players celebrating with fans again inside the stadium. Your heart goes out to the losers, of course. It's always tough to lose on penalty kicks, but it's just great to see fans inside the stadium celebrating again. And what a massive moment that is for Villarreal. Europa League winners. Congratulations to them. It's heartache for United on the night. And yeah, look, it came down to the two keepers. Two keepers against each other. And Villarreal come out on top. It was a one hell of a penalty shootout though. I mean, 21 straight penalties scored, and then it came down to one goalkeeper saving it from the other keeper. And look, you got to feel for any team that loses on penalties, but it is Villarreal's night. Congratulations to them. I'm going to head off into the night, ladies and gents. I will wish you all the best. Villarreal's name is being carved on the trophy right now as we speak. They are the Europa League winners, ladies and gentlemen. Again, massive thank you to the folks at OneFootball. Please do hit the subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. If you want to download the OneFootball app, you can do it from the link at the top of the chat or in the description. Again, I'll talk to you guys on Saturday for the Champions League final. Congratulations to Villarreal. They are the Europa League winners, and I'll see you